A reference to sanity. Oh,
All
sorry.
right, so welcome to the show. I get like 20 minutes of just unfiltered rants and ravings, and I don't even have it in me tonight. I haven't got enough alcohol in me. Y'all messed. I'm trying to get through season 6 of Game of Thrones, and y'all messing with me. I'm like, damn it! I'm on like episode 10. I got like I'll be in season 7 tomorrow. Come on. Never ever stop when you're trying to list. I think it's a good idea. I'll just watch something. Damn it.
You have to stop pausing on that scene where the girl walks out of the fire with her breastises showing.
There's a knife too. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to list on the phone. I'm sitting here watching on this TV because my TV here is and I'm listening like this. I mean, there's like boobs every like 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and for you ladies too, they whip out the donger every now and then. I skip those scenes.
What?
Oh yeah, it's crazy, man. So hopefully everybody's had better sales this week
Yeah.
than I've had. So haven't listed great the last 10 days. It's caught up with me finally. So trying to do better. I'm gonna spend the weekend doing that. I got one estate sale I'm going to tomorrow, or maybe two. I hadn't decided. And was sourcing yesterday. God, was that awful. I was telling everybody it was so bad I had to talk to Jacob to want him to keep me awake. I was so bored. Oh my!
That's pretty boring.
And so it was a new route that I was trying and a new sourcing stuff. So yeah, that didn't work. So So everybody, what do you when you have a bad day, like whether it's sourcing, listing, whatever? How discouraged do you get? Because I'm sitting here thinking on the way home that I should be talking on the phone, making a video of some sort, just telling people. Because how many YouTubers out there, including Mr. Flippin' Ain't Easy, will tell you, I just had the world's worst day sourcing. You know, I spent I left this house. I left my house at 7:30. I got home at 9:30, 9:45. I spent $37 sourcing. I probably went to 25 stores. Folks, that's a rough day. When you're doing retail arbitrage, I don't know how many people in the chat have done retail arbitrage.
Yeah, that's
but
tough.
That is, I mean, it was on the 7th store. I thought I'd break the streak by buying a Coke Zero. That's how bad it was. I'll buy something here. It was.
That's good. Somebody.
Yeah, I'm having the right problem right now. I'm finding stuff. You know, I
Cha-ching.
stuff
22.
now it just needs to sell. That's the biggest problem.
But the stuff I'm sourcing for Amazon, so Amazon doesn't have that issue, and the stuff that I source on eBay it's hard to see. eBay, I can tell you a lot of people don't have problems on eBay that others do because even with search being a little mangled, I sell discontinued items for the most part or brand name electronic. Those are things that get found pretty easily because for the most part, if you put a model number of an item in there, most of the time eBay's going to pull that item back. And if you're looking for something as specific as, I don't know, I bought this yesterday. If you're looking for something as specific as Dove Men's Care Post Shave, I'm only like one of like 3 sellers. If you find this, this is another good one here. So Amazon actually price alerted me, so I stuck it on eBay because it sells for more. Might won't sell as fast, but since there's just 3 of us, eventually it will sell. But somebody's looking specifically for that, it will show up. And so I just wonder. I need to do some research on because I'll be looking at random things and I'll get crazy results. But and instead of, I don't know how everybody else handles it, but if I get bad search results, I just drill down even farther. I add a word to this. I either add a word or take a word away from the search, depending on whether I think that the error is causing me I'm too narrow or too wide. And that's from years of searching on Amazon, folks. That the one thing Amazon teaches you is first search is never great. Never great. And Amazon is very different from their seller app and their buyer app. Sometimes it's so bad on the buyer app, on seller app, but you have to go look for it on the buyer's app to look it up.
Well, then maybe eBay's achieved what they were trying to achieve with the search being screwed up. They've achieved being like Amazon, right?
Trina, it was bad. I even tried to get a discount at a store, and I couldn't get Jacob's discount at a store. What the hell?
What?
I called Jacob. I'm like, dude, I'm at a Amish market. Can I get the family code or something to get a discount? Oh, what's the name of it? They're not real Amish. I'm like, they are real Amish. Yeah.
The only way you get your discount is if you can speak their language.
Yeah, I don't speak that German dialect.
I'm not sure that I could teach you enough words to get you by.
Even that, I called Joni. I'm like, I'm at the Amish market. Is there anything? They've got some cool food and stuff in here. Is there anything you want? No. Are you sure? No. I'm like, this is the world's worst day. I'm like, I'll just drive the van off the bridge. It'll be all right.
That's never that bad.
So Phil said he's made a few friends at an Amazon returns vendor. Yeah, speaking of Amazon returns, I don't know if anybody caught the video or not, but Lindy put out a video today saying that she'd shut the store down. She was trying to work out the end of the lease, like 30 weeks or so, but I haven't watched the whole video yet. But
oh yeah,
She
she shut it down.
Shut it completely down now.
Yeah. She will rebound. She's resilient. She's done so much stuff.
And she's still got great skills as a reseller. She built her stuff up one time. She'll build it again. And it's not gonna be fun or exciting, but she's very good on YouTube too, so that'll help her pretty quickly.
She makes good money on YouTube, so she's a winner.
Cheryl did not quite make it to Indiana. I went up through Tennessee into Kentucky and then back down. So yeah, that was
Nicolette, Lindy Glenn. I've watched her for 7, 8, 9 years.
Where do you go in Kentucky?
I think I was Lindy's 2,000th subscriber. Now she has like 150,000.
Yeah, I used to think that kind of way, but I'm not kissing enough ass in order to get all those damn subscribers. I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. I'm gonna tell you my opinions. Like, Wednesday. John, did you finally listen to Wednesday show?
Yeah, I did. No, Scott sends me a text. Yeah, I think I was too hard on these people. I'm like, no. I said I doubt you were, and yeah, I don't think you were. I went and listened to it while I was working.
Okay, so it's even listening to the people in your chat. I'm sitting here banging my head against the wall. The person is selling Legos, and he says, "Well, I finally listened to the people sending me messages and lower my price out. I'm getting 1.5 times my money back." And I'm sitting here thinking, 1.5. You don't have enough margin in there, buddy. By the time you pay fees and stuff it was a $20 or $22 Lego. So if you're selling it for $30, by the time you ship it, you're not making any money.
I gotta tell you, there's times we have to sell stuff to just break even, but I don't think I'm talking about it.
But Legos are a whole. You put Legos for 3 or 4 months, and then it's. Did I say Discovery Outlet? No. Should I have seen what is Discovery Outlet? But I just really talked about is so many people they're bad. They've never been business people. So this is your first business. So nobody, the entitlement, you treat customers like hell. And everybody, once they buy it, I can picture these people at Walmart in the return line bitching about somebody wanting to return something on eBay. That mentality is once you buy it, you could never ever return it because the person who was a newer eBay seller could never make a mistake. Most of the time when I screw up, I get messages. Like I got a message yesterday from a guy. I mean, what do you do? The guy said you didn't send the charger with the camera like you were supposed to, and I'm like, holy crap, it's laying right here, dude. I am so sorry. I'll get that out to you, and you'll have a confirmation number in the morning. I am so sorry. You're nice to people because I can promise you, I've been doing this full time since 13. I've been reselling on eBay since 2000. you're going to screw up. No matter how good you are, you can be Josh Galt and you're still going to screw up. I think he's in the chat somewhere. You can be Tommy Bernard and you're still going to make a mistake. Tommy, it just happens, and you've got to extend grace because you're going to need grace. I can promise you. It's so many people. It's they don't give an inch. They just think they are so freaking right, and they take some kind of moral high ground based on their entitlement that I sold it, you got to take it. It's you see the arguments by people arguing about, I'm not going to cancel, I'm just going to send it. That might set a precedent. Fucking who?
Yeah.
eBay, for God's sakes. It might set a precedent that you're a nice person and you do the right thing. That's the precedent that you need to set. How about that? Take care of customers because that's who takes care of you. Set that precedent. Just going to blame the dog. Yeah, Sean, Steve, whichever one of y'all brothers it is. I don't have any Valentine bonus. Be sure to send me some.
Yeah.
You can text them, Facebook them. You got my phone number. I'll go hunt them down. I'm not hunting those stupid cups though. I'm not hunting those lead painted cups from some little 4-year-old Chinaman. What am I sipping on?
I was going to ask you, what are you drinking tonight?
Don't tell Johnny I drank it all. Oops. Because you know what? I will do like we did her. Okay, so here's so Joni's father, we started dating in '88. Her father was an accountant. He was a PA. He was not a CPA because he was old enough where he got grandfathered in, so he never had to take this. He was just a public accountant. He was grandfathered into the certified part. So he had clients that would give him crown every year, and he had a small house, but a closet had this bottle of crowns all the way around, and there were bottles in that closet from like the early '70s. And so we made it a point every time we went home to take a bottle with us. So by the time he passed away, we had them all but one. And I drank that one too. But but I will fill this one up with some kind of cheap. I'll put regular Crown in there out of the big one and just not drink any more of it. And her thinks she's got, maybe yet salted caramel. Can I can fill it up with that and take some caramel syrup mix in there, right?
So bad. Terrible, man. Terrible.
So John Harlan said he was coming in tonight. He hadn't come in yet. He was evidently kicked to the curb tonight.
Oh.
She's telling him he was not worthy. She'd see him some other time.
He's not worthy? What?
Not worthy. No.
Whoa.
I'm like, damn, is this the beginning of the end, Harlan? When she stops needing you on Friday nights, and then it's going to be Friday and Saturday nights.
What'd you do?
Good. The story is happy little world. She's got friends in town from out of town. But that's too easy. You gotta embellish the story. You gotta make up your own. But it's the thing I don't understand is customers are hard enough to find as it is. And if you're going to treat them terrible and going to abuse them and expect them to come back to your store, I really do believe in karma, folks. I believe that, and not necessarily there's some big fairy in the sky who is keeping track of karma and all that stuff, but the way you treat people comes back to you. When you meet people, we all have a sixth sense. When you meet somebody, when you're dealing with something, whether it's written communication over the internet or whatever, whether you're dealing with an asshole or not, that comes across fairly quickly. You can't hide. If you're an asshole, you can't hide it. And so I think that you've got to treat people with kindness and respect, even if you're disappointed. Take 30 seconds, go outside and yell and scream at the sky, and do the right thing. I'm telling you, you will be so much better off for it. Because then the next thing it's going to do is how if the person who wanted to know whether they should cancel or just send it out and make them return it, then you've got 2 to 3 weeks of wondering when it's going to happen, when they're going to get returned. It's going to cost you money to come back. What kind of conditions going to come back? Now you've got a 3-week window where you can't have this item for sale again, and you're waiting for the next. You're pushing time out. The hardship you would create on you because you made the decision not to treat somebody the way they should be treated. It's just insane. And I don't know whether we blame this on society or whatever it is. I really do think it's a lot of it is there's single parents have a hard enough time as it is, and the influence over these young people. Don't get me wrong, there's people my age that are assholes too, but yeah, you just see it a lot with younger sellers. You don't generally see it with because us older folks kind of get beaten down enough where you've gone through enough battles where you learn growing up through the 80s. Oh my God. I'm like, I look at these people and see all the posts they make, and I'm thinking, you haven't given your dad the wrong screwdriver yet. Live through the 70s or 80s and give your dad the wrong screwdriver or the wrong tool. Y'all haven't had that experience yet.
How about you're upstairs in your room and your dad calls you down just to change the channel?
Yeah.
We didn't have an upstairs, but we had to come out of our rooms to do that. Yeah, they're like, but there weren't any remote controls back then. I was the remote control. There were remote controls. I was remote, and he had a lot of control. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, holding the flat. So Charles Taylor, my dad. So if y'all don't know, my dad died in '87. He died of lung cancer he got from work. He didn't smoke, and she started through the lungs because he inhaled it. But the chemicals that were in his office. But he was building a shop at the time, much bigger than this one, probably another half size bigger than this one that he built himself. And I don't have any of those skills, by the way. Anyway, and so he got part of it done, and my grandfather decided as he came through, he was going to help, finish it. That he was going to, the installation needed to be in the attic because he wanted it. He wanted it when it was framed in. You have never seen I don't know how old Grandpa was back then. He always seemed to have been old to begin with. He was 88 when he passed away in 2003. So whatever this was in the summer of 85, when my brother and I decided that as we were stapling down the insulation in the attic, that it was going to be a good idea to have staple gun fights. You've never seen a father and a grandfather chase two idiots around a house who have been chasing each other with staple guns. Y'all haven't lived through the experiences that kind of make you think before you do things. Yeah, it's but it's so. How is everybody's sales? Our sales. I saw Josh post that he's almost above water again. Mine are down, but I haven't listed, so I know why mine are down. All damn fault.
Yeah, not really great. $250 a day. So
best January in my 8-year history.
You're gonna be uninvited from this shit, man.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, Brenda, we've had BB gun fights. We've had one of the more fun ones. If you've never been in a bottle rocket fight, that's always a good one.
Those are the best.
Oh, bottle rocket fight.
Hands down.
got a sale.
I hit the thumbs up and still hadn't got squat yet.
Yeah, I haven't got anything either, John. What the hell?
I just got my sale.
Make sure everybody hits the thumbs
Thanks,
up on this
Greg.
show. I'll guarantee you absolutely nothing.
That shows.
Yeah, hit the thumbs up to avoid your next return.
Yeah.
Oh, it changed.
If you don't hit the thumbs up, you're going to get a negative feedback within the next 24 hours. If you don't hit the thumbs up, you dangle the carrot. I'm gonna do the whip. We'll see if I get enough.
Yeah.
Gary, that's a good one. But it's man, we don't people don't they start reselling because they've seen a video of they probably see some idiot, they probably seen some idiot talking about Monopoly games and thought reselling looks easy, and you don't understand. Not only are you learn. I've talked about this so much. You're learning to be a business person. You're learning all the platforms, and we forget that. I assume because I worked restaurants for 25 years, I was a problem solver. I was a social worker. I was everything that you can be at a restaurant. That's why I don't want employees, because I don't want to go back to that spot again. But customer service has just been drilled into me so much that and then on top of dealing with Amazon makes you a better eBay seller. And you assume that we talk about sales, we talk about picking the items, we talk about everything because we assume that people know how to treat people. And that's a terrible assumption these days. It's an absolutely terrible assumption that yeah, drummer said he hit 5 thumbs up. Nice. That means you're gonna get oh yeah, you're an odd number, you're still good. You protected yourself, so that's good. It's but and there's so much too, like this right here. Somebody got $10 for these, so would you pick them up on clearance? I bought them to throw with a headphone set because I bought them for 99 cents. But how many people would look at this? Or where's my markers? I bought some markers. I told the story Wednesday. I bought some markers. They were 49 cents each. Maybe I told it on Todd's show. They were 49 cents each. So I looked on there, and so two have sold. Two packs have sold. They got like $10. And so you're sitting there looking. They've got 6 sets of 2. They're 49 cents. So if you're 90 cents, you're making $3.54 on eBay after shipping, and that doesn't sound bad, right? $4 on 90. You take 1 picture, 2 pictures, you're done. You got all the multiple listings at over $20 in profit. 2 have sold in the last 90 days. There were 34 listings, so there's 3.5 years worth of inventory there right now. Even at 49 cents, and people, you would think, well, they've sold, and I'm competitive. They don't have a name brand. It's people just looking for a good deal. I bought them because imagine this: magic dry erasers erase magic marker. That's why I bought them. I need to make that video again because new people seem to miss the videos over and over how to get permanent marker off of a box like this. Dry erase markers do that. You didn't know that?
They work good on expiration dates too. Wait, I didn't say that.
That would be the magic erase works good on it's the damnedest thing. I bought 2 bottles of something the other day. One bottle had an expiration date, and the other bottle accidentally wore off. It was awful.
Somehow the other one wore off when they matched.
And the one that wore off sold first because I listed it a little cheaper without a date on it, and then because the other one had a nice date on it, I got more money for that one. Before you come at me in the comments, I don't care. It was freaking bath oil. Bath oil is not going to expire. Sorry.
No.
So if that person comes up with whelps or whatever, sorry, dude. But yeah, it was just bath oil. So yeah, I wouldn't do that for something. This one here. I don't mess with that one. 11, 20, 24. I just listed that today. That was on clearance at Walgreens. So and help me understand this, eBay people. On Amazon, I'm restricted, so I can't sell. On Amazon, it sells for $29. $29 a bottle. They're out of them right now, and they won't let you. It's one of those in the red restricted, so they're not even taking applications or anything. So if this was $38 at Walgreens, the manufacturer is selling it for $29 on Amazon. So what do you think an eBay seller would be selling this for? Anybody got any guesses?
35.
68.
22.
Tommy Bernard says 13. They're selling it for $11. Tommy, $11 fucking dollars. You dumb ass eBay sellers. This is a $29 product. They're selling it for $11.
You're right. Joke about it.
Just because I bought it for $3 doesn't make this an $11 product where you barely make a little money out of it. It is a retail at $29 from the manufacturer. Why are y'all?
Where is it, Scott?
What is
On,
it?
on eBay?
Yeah, $11.
Well, maybe I'll just go buy it. I'll go buy it on eBay.
Yeah.
It's
And
the
resell
most
it.
irritating thing.
Yeah.
These idiots.
Yeah.
They can't price, and so it just everybody uses it takes one idiot. It takes one idiot to make everybody not do any research and not understand price, and all the sheep go. They would tell you that if the person in front of them jumped off the cliff, they're not jumping. But on eBay, the first person goes off the pricing cliff. It's like anybody see Price is Right with the little guy going up the mountain. You can just like that guy.
This shit happens on Amazon too. You can always tell fucking new sellers just driving it down, following each other.
eBay sellers, understand this. Steve Ricken, and he makes more than that teaching people how to do it. For God's sakes.
Yeah.
Steve, man, I like Steve Ricken, man. I wish I had his outgoing personality and his the way he thinks about things. Because dude he's a great marketing person and markets himself very well. He gave me I see all this stuff for free. He gave me access to all that stuff, and he's a smart guy. I'm really smart guy.
We've seen him go from nothing to where he is.
I remember everybody that talks about his videos. I'm like, you probably remember her. There was a time when Steve Ricken was about my size. He made bigger than me, and he decided he was going to start working out. And but he was still running around the thrift stores. He was still selling. He wasn't selling his stuff as much way back then. He would stop on the side of the road or run up and down the hills. You remember seeing him doing videos where he stopped on the side of the road and he'd do his exercise by running up down the hill on the side of the highway.
He got into reselling and making videos because of Chris Dupuis, Bonafide Hustler. And we were all in the green room, Facebook group and stuff. Yep. And I've known those guys since the green room started.
Yeah. Trina, they do say that. Some sellers say some money is better than no money. But if you price it correctly, the market, it is completely sold out on Amazon at $29. So what makes you think you need to? Oh, I listed it 3 days ago and I hadn't sold. I'm gonna sell it for $11. I got it. It must be the price. I got to reduce it. They don't. I mean, there's so much to learn, and there's just. What is Tommy giving Josh hell about?
You ever seen a Cheech and Chong album before?
So listen. So Tommy, I've seen his numbers. He is actually selling that. He never claims that he's making that much money, but he's selling that much money. He is very honest about it. He sells selling figures. He doesn't make some. He has VAs that do the buying for him now. That's how he's able to buy so much. He's using all FBA, which is smart. Mike, this is a motley crew. You're right. He told Tommy he'd be rich selling ties. Man, when I first started this, it was weird, man. In 13 or 14 and 15, there was good money in used ties. I sold a lot of ties. Even Bad Man Orange ties sold really good. They still sell really good if you find Bad Man Orange ties.
Bad man. Which album was that? This one is Los Cochinos.
Cajinos.
Los Cochinos.
Who is that?
Los Cochinos, Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carol, I think you're right, Carol. You know, that's what they say. You sell what you love, and so Tommy took his fetish and went right straight to use women's shoes, and look at him now. He's killing it.
Like I just picked up 175 pairs of shoes. All customer returns, most in really great condition. It was like $1.25, $1.50 a pair.
Doesn't he mostly sell media? I mean, I think that's how you get away with not having a counterfeit, right?
So Carol, listen. Do I need to tell the secret? Do I need to confess right now? Do I need to go into confession mode? All right, this is confession mode. Any of the videos I made of sniffing the underwear, I've got 6,500 pairs. I just sniffed a new pair and made fun of it. Okay,
That's bullshit. I've seen the dirty ones.
Same thing as the chicken sandwich. If you didn't notice, the chicken sandwich was in the dumpster laying on his wrapper because I had just bought it at McDonald's like 10 minutes before I ate it out of the dumpster.
I feel duped. We all thought you ate the dirty chicken sandwich.
I tell people that they still care about that damn chicken sandwich. But this is the time, folks. Right now, with sales being a touch slower, to really understand your business, reorganize, plan. For God's sake, spend some time planning what you want to do and making changes right now. Everybody talks about, I'm going to give you this crazy thought to put in your head that, that nobody's going to tell you, nobody's going to talk about. You want to get ready for the fourth quarter? You better fucking start right now. When is the time to get ready for the fourth quarter 2024? It's right now. Improve your processes. Make plans. If you're doing if Big John was on the show, he'd tell you he's already ordered everything for this Christmas. China, what's the one thing that's happened in China? If you're going to do any kind of thing with any of the Temu, any of the Alibaba or any of that kind of stuff, shipping, especially through containers, has gotten super. Alibaba doesn't do container shipping, but not Alibaba, but Temu. But if you're doing Alibaba and you're depending on shipping containers to get over here, it's gotten much slower over the last few years.
The big Halloween show, they had it in Vegas this year. I did not know that, or I probably would have went. It's in January every year because you had to place your orders in January. Hope you get it by August.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't not much time to react.
So I'm not talking about getting ready for you can do some buying and that kind of stuff, but really, if you start planning, the one thing I'm doing this year is trying to really track. Hey Tracy, what's up, dear? I'm trying to really, get to where I buy the same products over and over. So I started making a product calendar. That's, I've got like 6 email addresses, so you get a Google Calendar with each one. So I've made one of them just the product calendar. And so when I log into that browser or I look at that calendar, it's going to scream on October 1st. Dumbass, go buy mincemeat. Go buy mincemeat before the stores are out. Because remember, the last order comes first or week in November. They don't get any more. And even if you got to buy in October and hold it till that middle of November when it starts running out, I was getting $26 a jar, $25 a jar for that crazy mess. So many stores don't even carry it. Walmart was long out before I even knew about it. So, next year, don't worry. I'll remind you guys again in December. So you can count on me. As I'm selling it in December, I'll remind you that I'm selling it and you can't go find it. So I got you back. And that's generally the way videos work, folks. If you have not figured that out yet. Unless you know where people get stuff. I could tell y'all John's source, but I don't want to. Like Monopoly. Tracy, they still don't get that. Everybody else was stuck with Monopoly I let the video out. After out of 212, I'd already sold like 180 of them.
Right.
It went viral a couple of days later, and I was running out. It's crazy. Or just monitor my store. Yeah, just monitor my store.
Yeah.
I'll give.
We can live with that.
Hold on a second. I'll give my store name in just a second. I forgot what my store name is. should I do it and be really crazy hateful Dave or not? Okay, I'm not going to do it. I was going to give you a big Instagrammer store, but I'm not going to do it.
Pee Wee Herman picks. That's it.
No, this is a big Instagrammer who gives away stuff every day. I was going to give you theirs. Tommy, you're 100% correct, man. You can learn a lot from Wick, but you better have a calendar or something because Wick, and he'll show you the stuff that he picked up at Lowe's, but it's like he's at least a month behind on his videos. And Lowe's especially, he's really good at Lowe's.
There's a lot to be made up.
You're not watching Wick, man. I've talked about Wick for a long time. He's one dude I want to meet in person. Man, he's just a machine, man. He just continue. And that's the secret, folks. If you watch somebody like Wick, what's the secret to success in reselling? You got to be machine like. If you're going to do the buying, from thrift stores and yard sales and stuff, I mean, you gotta be a machine. You got to truly have processes in place. Machines just got to run every week. You're gonna hit these thrift stores. You're looking over, where the RA he mixes thrift stores, RAs, and yard sales in just like I do. So he's got a lot more consistent flow of stuff. Probably because the auction makes it so crazy for us. Because y'all don't realize how much stuff me and Harlan actually moved because of the auction.
What auction are you talking about?
I don't know. That one John runs. The one Big John runs. So Big John's auction. That's what we're just going to refer to it as Big John's auction.
Big John's auction.
Big John.
That's where Cheech and Chong was going.
He's such a good guy. I come walking in. I'm like, he's like, hey, Scott. I'm like, yeah, just busting my ass in the parking lot. What's up, John? He goes, did you really? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm out there late in the parking lot. He's like, I thought I put enough salt down. He had bought. Did John tell you he had bought salt, a pallet of salt somewhere?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's why he had so much salt out everywhere on that ramp at the auction because he bought a pallet in one of those auctions he deals with. Yeah, but so Chassis, that's what happens when you have a steady flow of inventory and you have a system in place to store it and list it and keep track of all that stuff, which I'm trying to get there. I'm maybe 50% done of where I need to be. If you have an incoming section and an in progress section and a store and a section to all inventory stored, imagine that if you had a way to process it, you can buy stuff and wait it out. Because he says that a lot in his videos to go, yeah, I bought that for a while. It's about time I listen now. Because he understands as well as I do that secret to success with clearance now, man, everybody, it's easy to find clearance. You can find it at Walmart. For God's sakes, if you watch this OCC, I can't think of her name, but she's one cute couponer. She was showing you now that Walgreens will actually show you their clearance. So if you look up an item in Walgreens on their Walgreens app, it'll show you whether it's on clearance or not. You can get clearance notifications on an app and find it directly in a store and order it to the store from the app now. So finding clearance has gotten harder, so anybody can find it. And so the how do you deal with it? You've got to take and you got to wait these new people out. You got to wait these people, the $11 people out. $11 people, you got to wait them out.
Or buy them out.
Or buy them out, either one. Yeah, and it's truly been like that. So if you start rotating your product in, it's amazing if you buy stuff now what it's worth in next Q4. It's a great, but it takes some patience. It takes understanding, really understanding how products move and how cash flow moves through your business. This is advanced strategies. This is not something I recommend to new people. New people need to do like what there was somebody on John's show. They were really smart because they were telling John, and John was talking with them. They were talking about they had just started. They were selling stuff out of their house to kind of get a feel for it. That's genius. That's somebody I got a lot of respect for, because you can make mistakes and not have any cost in it other than what you pay for it and you're not using anymore, and learn, and not have to understand the life cycle of the Ricky Bobby School of Reselling, where if you ain't first, you're last, and understand how economics works and the way things move through these online platforms. But if you're advanced enough for where you can really, you can't have a complete store like that, because you're gonna have to take 6 or 8 months to build up a whole store, and it's hard to lose all that cash flow while you don't have any sales. So you've really got to have a great mixture of things that sell right now. That's why I think Wick does a great job of doing yard sales, doing thrift stores, because you pick that stuff up, it's going to sell now. And then with the money that you're turning through your business now, you can afford to set a portion of it behind and wait on it. And then, once you've been doing this for 6 months, 8 months, you start mixing that stuff in. And then imagine that. Now you've got a constant, steady flow of things you're continuing to pick up, plus the things that have been sitting for 6 to 8 months. And now you've got 6 to 8 months, as long as you keep buying all of it like you're doing. So Josh says he got a great advice from a big dealer the other day. It says, never give away your grail items. Get full price for them. Are these grail items?
No.
I'm damn near giving them away. No, Josh, you can't. If you understand the stuff that you sell and you're specialized in that kind of stuff, you gotta be patient and understand that there's people like me who find something every now and then, will come in and go, you know what, I'll cut you for 20-30%, take and make big money because I have no money, and move on. And then you sell 10 of them because that's your items. But it takes some knowledge, patience, and understanding. I see what you say there, Todd. Todd says I have growing items.
Sorry. That's kind of like grail, isn't it? Growing
Grail, groin, and that's close, right?
Pretty close. I'm sorry. My brain goes weird places, kind of like Jake's.
Man, that is driving me nuts right now. I can't tell you, so I got a good friend that teaches. So Kristen teaches bundling. I don't think she teaches it this bad, but I'm so tired of, doing some research on, like Walmart grocery items, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, I'll search for something and it'll be a box of Cheerios. And then what's 2 boxes of Cheerios worth? And I'm like, oh, why is that box of Cheerios? It's got a high rank, but they're getting sales. It sells like 20 or 30 a month. Oh, wait a minute. It's Cheerios and a recipe card for Cheerios. I mean, it's just ridiculous that they're putting stickers, they're putting recipe cards. I mean, it's just stupid stuff that doesn't make bundles, that they should never be allowed to do. The sticker one's the worst. But this is recipe cards. So what are we gonna do with what kind of recipe cards you gonna put in there for Cheerios? Cheerios, maybe put a joke card in there that Cheerios, if you put food color in there, they become gay Cheerios. We call them Fruit Loops. That's a good one, right? I heard that one on TikTok last night, that Fruit Loops are just gay Cheerios or multicolors. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Jake is shaking his head.
It made me laugh.
That's pretty good, really.
Normally that stuff I sent to Harlan. I don't know why I didn't send that one to her. Tracy said she snorted, so there you go. Folks, if y'all missed the 70s and 80s and 60s, 70s, 80s, I feel sorry for you. I mean, you get old, like like me, Harlan, and Todd. I'm not calling John old yet, but he's
Leave my name out of your mouth.
he's a lot. He's looking distinguished with all his gray hair. He's looking distinguished with us. Man, there was a time when comedians used to make fun of folks, and you could do it in a nice way and nobody cared. What's his name? I see videos of him every now and then where he was making fun of actors and stuff and got Ronald Reagan into two. Reagan was president. What was that guy's name?
Rickles.
Yeah, Don Rickles. Man, he was the absolute best at it. And he made fun of the whole audience, and then at the very end he goes, "You know what? We've had a lot of fun here tonight. We've laughed at some of my best friends in this industry. They're in this room. That dude was he was incredible. They were funny. Everybody laughed at the jokes about them, and at the end of it, but yeah, you can't. Yeah, now you get canceled now. Yeah.
Walk up on stage and get slapped.
No, I'm going to cut out, and I may join you back in if you're going to be doing this live. We're going to meet a couple people that watch the channel. We're going to meet them for dinner. So.
Oh, John, a tired boy.
I know. I'm not tired. I got work to do when I get back, but I'll hang.
For the record, when I was in Vegas, you didn't take me out to dinner. When I was in Vegas.
Next time, you coming out in October?
I don't know.
All right, guys, I'll be back.
All right, see you.
Bye, John.
Yeah, so Mario and Pokemon toys with getting randoms. Amazon needs to clean that up. It's just absolutely insane. The stickers and so making bundles is a good thing. I mean, if you're truly bringing value to the customer, so a bundle, a good bundle item would be, you've got an MP3 player, and then you throw a set of headphones with it. Items that are used together that you would buy together. An MP3 player and
Headphones, yeah.
headphones, which these are on clearance at Walgreens for 99 cents. They sell for $10. Folks, you can actually add value. Think about the things when you see them on clearance. These are 99 cents. I'm gonna throw them either at the auction in Tennessee or on eBay with something I need that's got a headphone with it. So I'll just put it on there and go, hey, with new headphones. So Tracy, I know that what it is. It's so nobody else can hop on your listing, but it's against the rules. The products have got to be used together, like and add value.
I think it's the word that Amazon.
Complimentary. Does a recipe card add any value to a box of Cheerios? I mean, how much value is a sticker adding to? Yeah. I mean, we're talking something that a nickel or less. They're forcing that out, and it's negative to other sellers. It's negative to customers. It's negative to Amazon's platform because their catalog has gotten so large because it's Amazon's catalog. One of their weakness, their catalog is a strength and a weakness. Being able to find anything is a strength. Having 1 million boxes of Cheerios because Larry puts a recipe card with it, and Joe Bob puts a sticker with it, and Martha puts a spoon with it. That one actually would work. You could put like Fruit Loops with a character spoon in it. It would actually come much more closer to being a complimentary item. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. So Trina says she bought a laminator with a box of pouches. That's what bundles are for. That's exactly what it should be. A laminator with a box of pouches.
What was it we were looking at? It was like Kool-Aid or something. It had all kinds of weird.
Like
with the add-on that didn't make sense.
If you're gonna sell some coffee, sell some kind of particular coffee mug. Items that are together. Selling a bag of coffee with, maybe you got some special filter that makes it taste like rainbows or unicorns if it goes through your filter. Something, but a coffee bag. I've seen them, bags of coffee with a recipe, how to make better coffee in your machine or whatever it is, with the instruction sheet or whatever it is. It's just ridiculous. God, yeah, I'm not reading your comment. Yeah, a lot of the generic branded listings. Yeah, I don't get it either. I don't understand why they're not cracking down either. There truly is. It is. It is. I mean, these people are. They put that recipe card or that sticker with it, and they think that they're entitled to like double the price. And you've got somebody who just buys it because it shows up in search. Um, yeah, it's I don't know, Tracy. They're wanting to be a distribution. They're wanting. I think eventually you'll get out. They'll get out of the Amazon selling stuff. And it might still.
They might keep some of their own brands, but yeah, I think you're right. They'll get out.
It'll still. I think it'll still say Prime, but it'll just be because Amazon is the distributor for that product and they know where it is, so they'll get it to you Prime. It won't be. It won't necessarily. It'll be a different version of Amazon being the seller, and that's how they'll still show up on the listing as Prime and Amazon Prime. But it'll be because they've got to deal with it's in our warehouse. Not only we distribute it wherever you want it, but we'll also sell it for you. So. So Chris said everybody's learning this craft from that Jim guys group. Are we talking about the one that used? Does he still do those meetups? I think that's the Jim you're talking about. Just wait till Timo starts delivering Prime. I've ordered 4 or 5 things from Temu. It's all been junk. I'm not even interested in ordering anything else from them again. Yeah, Tommy. AWS is our moneymaker, and I think they're looking in the future to be. They're coming after your boys. They're coming after UPS and FedEx. They're really wanting you to see as many Prime trucks as you see Brown trucks. We're gonna have to make all kinds of different jokes. All the what can Brown do for you jokes are gonna be. How can we have what can Amazon do for you jokes? Lag's mom cut off the Wi-Fi. Lag never shows up on Friday nights. So
What the hell?
he either has a life and he's been lying to us this whole time. He doesn't live in the basement.
It's just like,
Can y'all believe Lag would be lying to us? What the hell?
No way.
no way.
Lag's probably some single mom in Scranton. I want to talk to us in the mornings because the kids went to school. Single mom in Scranton is lonely and needs something to do. So, or maybe just a married mom in Scranton and husband's gone to work, kids gone to school, and just we're their entertainment. Tracy, I don't. eBay got a little bit of that. They tried that. They don't have. They're a little late to the game to build infrastructure for a fulfillment center. I don't know. He's Jewish. Maybe he's Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah.
I would have loved the phone call I was on yesterday. I was on a phone call and I'm like, yeah, there are real Amish people around here. I keep seeing the signs with the buggies on them, and there's no electricity to that house. There's no lights on. And then Jacob told me the real way to figure out whether they were Amish or not. The next house was definitely Amish because they had the clothesline. They had the clothesline between 2 houses and there was no power. So, so I went to an expert and asked them how to figure out which one of these houses were Amish.
It's a clue. It's a good indicator.
Yeah, that's it. Jim Cochran. That's him. And the other thing, so I saw one. I saw the Speed Racer version of the Amish guy yesterday. So there were 2 buggies that were one in front of the other one. Then one looked like a regular, just a square buggy with the blinking lights on it in the rain. And the other one was no top on it, but they had like the target cover. All they had was the person kind of sticking out of the cart, so they'd be aerodynamic with the rain. So that was I saw Speed Racer, the Amish version of Speed Racer. I don't know. Do they have a specific color roof they can have, Jacob? Does it matter?
It probably matters in some communities. It probably does matter in some communities, but I don't know which one would be more likely, red or green. I don't.
So honestly, Trina, we could tell you, but Jacob's in the relocation from the Amish Mafia, so we can't tell you his story. We could tell you, but then we'd have to kill you.
Way too much information.
When I get finished with this, we'll come back to that story. Okay, Tommy. We don't have a lot down here, so. But there were. I think I saw 4 buggies when I was riding around that part of Kentucky. And for those of you who don't know, I live in northern Alabama. I live 12 miles from Tennessee, and Tennessee's a skinny state. So in like a little over 2.5 hours, I can roll from Alabama through Tennessee into Kentucky. So sourcing in Kentucky is not that big a deal for me.
Those Amish kids ever do like street takeovers and do burnouts with them buggies?
I can't wait for the team. All those street racing shows are so popular right now. I keep waiting for the Amish version of street racing.
Like, when are they going to do that? They got buggies out there,
Street buggies.
Yeah, like doing
paint some stripes on the horse.
Take over a whole corner, in the middle of nowhere.
Have some neon under the buggy thing, so whenever they're racing, they light up neon.
Yeah.
So Tommy's saying, there's one night a week that they get silly. What day is that? Is there a night of the week that the Amish cut loose?
Saturday night.
Saturday, that's the night, huh? Saturday night's the night.
That's the most likely. Yeah, it's the most likely one. Saturday night.
Wagon wheels with spinners.
Super nice stereo systems? No, not supposed to have stereo systems.
Oh.
I mean,
kids are acting up.
Yeah, they're acting out. Yeah.
Acting up good.
Yeah. No.
Trouble.
Hey, West G, congratulations, man. I'm glad me introducing you. Hey, I'm just conduit information. Yeah, if you've built a great store, that's all about you. You'd be amazed how many people tell me that well, you introduced me to reselling, and I don't do it anymore, or it's one thing for someone to tell you about it. It's another thing for you to take action. So congratulations. If you eBay reps exist for U.S. sellers, direct eBay reps. Concierge, I believe, is the only thing. Tommy, if your store is big enough, like Amazon, you'll have like a specific rep that you talk to. Does eBay do the same thing? I don't know if they do. If you get a large enough store, do you get your own eBay rep? And if you do, were they one of the 1,000 people they just fired? Well, Tommy might be able. So we don't get reps anymore. Okay, so West G, that used to be a practice. It's not a practice any farther, unless you're a partner. So what's partner level then? What do you have to do to be a eBay partner? All right, don't worry. I'll ask Google.
Google.
All right. Yeah, I don't think that was the right answer.
No, that's not really the. Well, that's just a period of time that the kids decide whether they're going to be Amish or not, or whether they're going to go out and do stuff and then decide if they're going to go back and be Amish or not.
So Tracy, that's two different things. So the eBay Partner Network is actually the affiliate, whatever, and then we're to be an eBay partner. We're thinking more of store large enough to where you have your own rep. So Sadistic thinks if you have an enterprise store, is that the one where it's like $350 a month? Is that the enterprise store, or is there one above that?
I mean, I guess it makes sense that at some level you would have either a dedicated rep or at least a rep that represents maybe a number of sellers.
eBay store levels explained 2023. Da, da, da.
Josh says you can have a small account and have managed accounts.
So an enterprise store is a $2,900, $3,000 a year annual subscription. So what is Josh telling us?
He said for even a small account, you can have managed accounts, and then a little bit later he says you have to apply for it, and it's quite expensive.
Man, West G, if I introduced you and you're doing that well, don't I get a cut at some point for all my knowledge and my freedom I gave you? I need to figure out some kind of contract. So if you click on one of my videos, it's going to say something like, "In the future, if you build any kind of business to above this size, you're contractually obligated to send peer to pick a certain percentage, even if it's like 1%." This is why I do this, man. West G, thanks so much for commenting, man. I like to hear those kind of things, because people ask all the time, why you still make videos? You don't really make any money that monthly on this kind of stuff, but it's about being a voice that I'm the one that'll tell you the truth of what I'm thinking, whether it's right or wrong. I don't care about being correct. Every now and then I do talk like Biden and goes, network. Yeah. But I will dip into politics every now and then. I always tell you whatever I think. And yeah, so be it.
Yeah, you haven't dipped into politics for a while.
But the opportunity is great. But so many people sell this and show you videos, and I tell you how easy it is. And I'm at the under end and go, you know what? The opportunity is great. This ain't easy. If you want to just sell stuff around your house, eBay can be very easy. But if you want to make an eBay a business, if you want to build it into whatever, it takes work. It takes planning. It takes business skills. It takes continued learning. It takes all these things, organization, all these things that you need to work on. And I've decided that I'm a terrible business person, even with a business degree. I've been doing this full time for 10 years. So I'm reading books on business to get better at it. I'm the voice of reason. I don't know about if I'm the voice of reason. God help us all.
The reason for what?
On the other end of the scale, if you listen to me too much, I should probably get a kickback from your psychiatrist for sending you to business. Yeah, taking a drink on a Friday night. Yeah, man. When I first started this back all them years ago. Damn it, John's off the hook. John,
I didn't get mine in.
Let's see what kind of. John got me a $31 sale for hitting the like button. All right.
Whoop, whoop.
When I started years ago, even on YouTube, and I started watching folks, there used to be a lot of Friday night drinking shows back 15, 16, 17. There were guys that did Friday night shows from like 7 to midnight. And by the time they got closer to midnight, they were just hammered, and people would fall off the show because they were drunk. Those are some of the absolute best ones.
What was that 6-pack show?
I forget what these folks aren't even on YouTube anymore. That's where I first met Chad. Who was doing these shows on?
Oh,
They were on Friday nights. I can't think of the guy's name. What was the guy's name?
Dwayne Hales kept throwing back.
There was one guy
Fireball?
who. There was one guy who would do a live show who had such a bad lisp, I could never understand a word he said. That was insane too. Yeah, that Tommy's been. I forget how long you've been around. Picker's Church was a good one. Man, Ronnie Hart's such a solid dude. I met Ronnie in person. Saw a video of him the other day talking about him doing lift drives. If you ever get a chance to meet Ronnie, Ronnie's good people. I met him once in Chicago at the first Reseller rally. I enjoyed meeting Ronnie. Jameson is still around tactically. I met up with him, 3 times now?
Yeah, we tried to meet up with him this past October in Las Vegas, but he was busy.
Yeah, it was before Reseller 6-pack, John. These shows I'm talking about. It was the Picker's Church, and there was even one before the Picker's Church. Who did the one before the Picker's Church?
I think Jameson, Philippe, and Steve Rakin's one that got me in trouble in Vegas, wasn't it?
I was about to say that those two were the ones that got you hammered in Vegas a couple of years ago.
I remember seeing them, and then I don't remember anything. They
were buying shots for everybody. I'm like, no, dude, I'm smoking. I don't need that.
I remember, like, for just a smidge, looking at my hand, saying, "Where did this come from?" Oh well.
Oh well.
I was out again, so I guess they were buying some kind of something. That was terrible. From what I remember.
So I guess do I need to tell Marcia, your kryptonite, that if she got you drunk enough that you'd profess your love and probably and get engaged if she got you drunk enough?
She's already seen that.
It's already seen that.
Hey, but don't have any of your girlfriends around Marcia because he might tell them he loves them too.
That's why I'm staying home tonight.
Well,
he got Harley drunk and he proposed to the wrong one. Damn it!
How
he
did
was dressed like a pimp. I mean, so. There's that.
And if you want to see the story of the pimp, subscribe to Dave's channel and the YouTube shorts of Harlan, how Harlan turned the pimp in Vegas. That was.
I don't know where y'all get these pimp and Officer Dangle stories from. It's ridiculous.
I don't know where you get them from.
Who were the guys with Chris Green? I just remember Chris Green doing a lot of stuff by himself.
Don't worry, Harlan. Everything was AI generated.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That was around 3 or 4 years ago, right?
Chris Green was so Brenda, there ain't enough alcohol to turn him that way, so I'm good.
Wait, Tracy M. Is that Tracy M. that was in Tuscaloosa at one time and moved on?
Yeah, she now lives in Indiana.
Yeah, okay. I ain't seen her in a while in here.
Because Brenda, I was with him when he was so drunk he couldn't find the room a couple years ago, and I slept soundly and nobody bothered me. So there you go.
Lies. All lies. I don't remember it, so it has to be a lie. Hey, Tracy.
All right.
Hey, I got a witness. I got a witness on the panel to help me eat his waffle fries. You gonna eat them waffle fries? No, man, I'm not gonna eat them.
No,
Me and Dave.
it was like this. You gonna eat these waffle fries? Huh? These waffle fries right here in your face? You gonna eat them?
Oh, is that what it
You
looked
can
like?
have them. You can have them. Good times.
All right,
Good times.
Josh. If you break even, do I get a cut or anything? Like a nickel or something? And not to mention, I'm mad at you, Josh. I had to text somebody to ask if you were still alive. I'm like, not even a show this week? You should be ashamed of yourself.
What the hell?
Not even a show. Not even a blip or nothing.
Wow.
Josh sucks.
Terrible.
No show this week.
Go watch the Canadian one.
That's so Canadian of you to say every day at noon Central and then not show up at all.
Josh making a comeback, down 0.03% year over year.
How can you expect the U.S. to come to your defense whenever they try to turn y'all to communists? Where y'all are pretty close anyway. If you can't even go live on at noon, what the hell?
Whoa. I don't think they're supposed to see that.
Damn, it's a little early tonight for that.
Right?
She going to the auction.
You sure you want to break that up now?
Yeah,
Tucker Carlson in Canada. Wow.
Yeah, Tucker. What was I saw the comment on X that Tucker talked about he was going to Canada when we free the U.S. from tyranny, we're free in Canada too, or some crazy shit.
Oh, he had that place packed out. He had it absolutely packed. Did you not see it?
Oh,
Nah. I don't watch any of that mess. I told you I had to.
about time you caught up.
He's not on television. He's on TikTok.
I had tried to give him all the politics stuff. If you go on my Twitter account, it's just Alabama football now.
Here, do you need some or what? Put in that thing.
Yeah, there's college football.
Jovial, that's a sterling silver gold-plated pipe.
Yeah.
Are you going to use it or sell it?
I was going to say, you going to hit that thing or what?
With horse racing on it.
He's just over there teasing us, you know.
Okay, for the record, Harlan does have a real girlfriend. I met her, so there we go.
Yeah.
Harlan turned me into the pimp by dropping his ass over there.
Well, we went halfway, then we came back and got my truck. You got the meter though.
It's time to quit being a wuss. Just drive the damn truck. Although, in his defense, though, there were still 3 cars off the side of the road when we were going down this road.
Cha-ching, 25.
Whoa! Look out!
So was that Harlan? Was that wreck? Did you find anything about that wreck? Was it ISIL related, or what caused that wreck?
I'm sure it was. There was a lot of ice. That was on Saturday night. Sunday afternoon, a car rolled off the road and caught on fire right down the road.
What?
It was bad. I was sitting here on Saturday night, and just heard the loudest crash, like bam. And I went outside and I didn't see anything. It was quiet, and came back inside, and about 150 yards down from my house, there's a hill that kind of goes down. Well, a truck and a car hit head on right there.
Damn.
The car lost bad.
Oh yeah.
But they said she was screaming. She had to be cut out. And they said the guy broke his legs, had bones sticking out his leg, stuff. It was bad.
Gnarly.
Yeah, that was. And then somebody ran off the road right in front of my house, just missed my concrete culvert, which probably would have killed them. Hit my garbage can, launched it 20 or 30 feet. It was full, and then just flattened my mailbox.
Yeah.
It's like,
Also, they did get your mailbox?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah. But the best part about that is it's not my mailbox. So I just called my friends and said, "Hey, your mailbox is flat. Can y'all put my mailbox back up?"
Yeah.
But yeah, for the ones that hadn't watched, we had like an inch and a half of ice, 2 inches, a lot of ice. We were shut down for pretty much a week.
And we were 6 days under freezing, so that was the worst. And a couple of days that it went above freezing, it was so cloudy that we didn't have direct sunlight to melt. So every night it would go back down. Especially the last night of the ice that was around, it got up to like 38, 39. Then it dropped to like 10. I mean, everything last night was a solid freeze. There was stuff everywhere.
Well, there was one night it was what, 2 or 0 or something, wasn't it? What was that during it?
Here, my phone said -2. Well, I don't know what the official temperature was, but it said -2 when I woke up. I'm like,
it was bad. We just don't see stuff like that.
Fucking cold.
my first thought was the same thought I have every winter: is the first person that mentions anything about the heat, I should just throat punch them.
Here in the South, they're asking why we have so many wrecks. People don't have chains for their tires. We're not used to that. We don't get the last ice storm like that. I remember was 20, 30 years ago. I mean, we just don't see that down here. It's rare.
Because normally it'll snow, and then 2 days later it's 60.
It's gone.
You're talking about 36 hours, and we deal with it and move. We make some milk sandwiches, and then we all laugh about it and move on. We don't get weeks and weeks of it. I mean, so the post office closed Saturday here at 11:30, and it didn't open again until 11 o'clock Friday.
Wow.
UPS first truck rolled out of the UPS parking lot that Friday morning. So UPS
no mail deliver. There was no trash pickup. They didn't have school all that week, and even some schools were Monday and Tuesday of this week. It was so bad.
Yeah, we didn't have mail from Saturday to Saturday. So they finally the first set of mail came out Saturday afternoon.
And it hit on a Sunday night into Monday. I finally left the house on a Wednesday, and I almost ended up in the bottom of a ditch. It was, I'm like, why in the hell did I think I needed a Pepsi? Pepsi.
All this for a Pepsi.
that was Monday. That was Monday morning at the auction, 30 miles north of here.
God,
I was the only one there for the first hour.
And they had more snow. They got 7, 8 inches of snow up there to where we got ice.
So Jason, the power did hold. The first night we blinked like 5 or 6 times, and then after that we didn't have any issues. This neighborhood there's underground utility because of around the airport. Everything's buried around here, and I tried to go to wing night on Tuesday, but nobody. Even though wings close early, nobody would go. Tracy wouldn't even leave his driveway. What a wuss! So all of y'all see right there.
This was like 4 days afterwards. That's my backyard. That's not water. That's a skating rink. Between mine and my neighbor's backyard, it is solid like glass ice.
Yeah, Tracy had on my driveway's too slippery. I hadn't even left my house. I'm like, dude, what the hell?
She did. tire tracks and all, right there.
Tracy, I went to Walmart Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just because I wanted to.
She's challenge accepted.
I went to Harlan's house on Thursday.
This was that was pre mailbox getting flattened. That's our road out front. You can't. Now at first it was kind of crunchy, so you could drive on it the first couple days. But once it warmed up above freezing and that top layer melted, then it was like slick as glass.
So there was there's Huntsville people on TikTok where they were ice skating in the Home Depot parking lot.
Downtown Huntsville too, down the street from Huntsville, they were ice skating. Yeah. Now today, it's 66 here today, so it's good this week.
We went from 10 degrees to 65 degrees in 36 hours.
That's the that's the lake, Mount Carmel's lake, completely frozen over. People throwing rocks out on it. It just
You're not actually the first person to say that, Tracy, and I haven't left the house today, so there you go. Joni beat you to it, and I asked her, was that an offer, and then she got even madder. Yeah, that's so somebody said they didn't realize. I think it was Brenda. It's very unusual here, Brenda. Last year, did we even get snow last year, Harlan? We didn't, did we? We got flurries that never really
maybe flurries, but
we got flurries here once last year. Other than that, nothing hit the ground. It was just more of a rain event. The year before that, we got something that lasted maybe 18 hours and it was gone. You know, it was one of those. It snows and comes down at 8 o'clock, and you wake up the next morning and go, where did that go? And we have one salt truck for the whole county. They didn't want they had the county guy come on to convince everybody they didn't need to run any kind of plows or anything because plows will make it worse. You know, God forbid we scrape the ice off so it'll melt.
Right.
Well, the first couple of days it was crunchy and you could drive on it, but when they ground it on down, it was solid ice. Now it would have melted quicker down the road, but
it really made a mess for. Did you see one of the post offices, the one on Wynn Road today? They were putting it on Facebook. No employees. They had everything closed off. If you didn't fit in the box, they wouldn't take it. Wynn Road had no employees today.
Why?
I don't know. Sign just said no employees. The interior was closed.
Wow.
And so Tamara and all the rest of you simple-minded people, here's the challenge. We struggled mightily in the ice last week. Come visit me in August, and we'll have some fun at 100, a double 100,
yeah.
and see how long it takes for y'all to pass out at a double 100.
Oh yeah,
100.
We don't have that much.
100 humidity, 100 temperature. Let's roll.
Oh yeah, that's insane.
We don't have that much sand to throw out.
I can't live in Florida. It even kills my computers. Whatever.
No way, humidity.
Booty call.
Oh,
they didn't throw sand on anything, Brenda. It was just ice. Nothing. So
I couldn't possibly get enough sand for. Yeah.
So to get out of my neighborhood at the very end of up to the main highway, there's a kind of a hill. It's probably 60 or 80 foot. On Tuesday when I get down there, because I'm trying to see if the post office is open, there is a Toyota two-wheel drive truck sliding back down. He got to the top and stopped. I'm like, because I stopped by my storage buildings, which is a long run up, and I'm like, Johnny's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm watching that guy, because she wanted to make something, and I forget what Johnny wanted to make, She's like, if you take me to Walmart, I'll make this. I'm like, all right, deal. Let's go to Walmart. And so we watched the truck go back down. And when he got to the bottom of the hill, I kind of started going, and I went around his ass to the church parking lot and up into the gas station because the gas station is level. I stopped at the top of the gas station and pulled into the street. And of course, the post office was closed. And we went to Walmart. But when I came back, he was still in the church parking lot stuck because it was a 2-wheel drive truck and couldn't get any traction. It's not hot, That's
No, it ain't like Miami. Florida wins, I think, when it comes to humidity, right?
yeah, Dropper. We are very similar in humidity. Might be a little more down there, a little more heat, but most summer days, we're in the minimum of 80% humidity. Most summer days from early July, maybe mid-July until it depends on what part of Alabama. So the topography of Alabama, the way Tuscaloosa is, when we lived in Tuscaloosa for 15 years or whatever it was, Tuscaloosa is in a natural bowl, so it puts a dome ridge over it, and it's generally 5 degrees hotter than the surrounding area. Tuscaloosa is, that's one of the hottest places I ever lived. It's just insane.
100 close.
But customers were very good. I only had a couple of them that caused me any grief, and one of them was okay. So here it is, folks. I'm telling you, you need to extend grace because it needs to be given back to you. The person who gave me the most grief, and I had like 15 messages back and forth, was another reseller from New York who couldn't believe the 2 inches shut the South down. And I had to explain to this guy that we don't have salt trucks, we don't have sand, we don't have plow, we don't have nothing. We have ice, we have skating rinks, and we have everything closed down. When Harlan tells you schools didn't open for 6 days, Monday through Friday, and the next Monday they didn't open. And I told him I dropped it off. So I have a small post office. They got their first delivery of packages on Friday. So by the time I got there Friday, they closed at 2:00. I got there about 1:30 because he said, come back. He said, you need to be back by 2:00 because we're closing again to make sure everybody can get home. I'm like, all right, no problem. I'll be there I get there at 1:30. The entire parking lot is full of boxes. He's like, just put them over there in that box. I didn't get them scanned in because I just had to put them in a box in the damn parking lot. And I explained to this guy, I'm like, listen, Google Meridianville, Alabama, and look at the post office. It's got one booth. I put all my packages in a box in the parking lot on the ice, buddy. There ain't no scan. Oh, but it looks like you didn't ship them. I'm like, are you calling me a liar? I shipped them. Saturday morning, they didn't move because they didn't tell me that when the truck came on Friday at 11 and dropped everything off, it took everything they had from the week that had been sitting there and didn't come back. And so everything I dropped off didn't move. It just sat there. They pushed it all in the building and it just sat there. So Saturday, when it finally came, this is how screwed up it was. Saturday it came. I got a scan in Birmingham for 7:00 Saturday night. And then at 11:00 Saturday night, I got the initial Huntsville scan. How did the Huntsville scan come 5 hours later from the Birmingham scan, which is 90 miles away? Explain that. And the guy got his shipping labels. I ship 1,000 packages a year. I really need these labels. And I started to tell him, dude, I run a YouTube channel and I remind everybody, when you put the last roll on, order another fucking roll. If there's 450 on this roll and you're ordering 4 of them, you'd have been just fine if you did any kind of planning and didn't. If 4 days made a difference in you, I didn't know. I stood my ground and was very nice and explained in 18 messages, dude, I'm not lying to you. It was John. I'd already sent him. I'm not sending him free labels because we had an ice storm. The hell with that. Yeah, Scott Free says 2 weeks. Not have. I mean, So if anything goes to Houston, folks, Houston's a cluster. Do some Google and reading on the Houston post office situation right now. It's an absolute mess. So I had an item that I dropped off on Wednesday the 6th, whatever that Wednesday was. It didn't get scanned till it got to Houston. It got delivered on the 24th. It was in Houston for 12 days.
It's like COVID. It's like COVID holidays in the Houston Regional Center.
No scans, but it was in Houston. Once it finally got an interest scan into Houston, after that, all the scans kind of caught up a little bit, and from the time it left Huntsville through Birmingham and Houston was 12 days. Brenda, you're 100% correct. I don't play for acts of God. If something gets lost now, if somebody would contact me now and say, "Hey, I'm missing an item and it's something from that week," I would refund them and I'd move on. I'd apologize and tell them I'm so sorry. Tracy said his shipping defect rate doubled. I'm scared to even look at mine because I had 70 packages, 80 packages that were all in that mess. I'm not even gonna look. So Sparkle's unique. I've never seen that name, but welcome to the show. Thank you for putting that with me, and the rest of the gang of Friday night mess in UPS Houston and Missouri City. I hadn't heard about Missouri City, but yeah, that's crazy.
So even my local UPS center, just the local distribution center here, they had 8 semi trucks. So in other words, the normal UPS size semi trucks, I guess they're called hackers, but had 8 of those sitting on Tuesday morning when that's how much they were backlogged because they couldn't get stuff out fast enough to delivery. So like it would come to the center, the local center, but they would try to get out as much as they could, get out anything that was like next day air, those kind of things. And then what they couldn't get out or couldn't be delivered would come back to the building even though it might have gone out, it had to be put back on that truck. And they had 8 trucks sitting there Tuesday morning that were not part of the incoming stuff.
Yeah, John, I don't think it's Ground Advantage being so popular. I think it's just like so Sparkles was telling you an article from USPS that a new machine didn't fit, so I bet they threw the old machine out. Now they're just stuck. And knowing the government and the way the government works is we're going to install the new machine. Oh, we don't need the old machine. Just tear it apart and take it out. And then, oh, wait a minute, this one don't fit. Did somebody not measure it? That it's hard to understand with CAD designs and the availability of one of these smartphones going in there and being able to do what you can take your smartphone and with a picture of your room, put all kinds of furniture all in it. We can't do that in the post office. That's crazy. But it's been real weird the last 6 or 8 months the way postage has worked. It's like USPS and UPS have been battling. So there'll be a point where I'll send everything UPS. I mean, UPS will be cheaper and everything. But right now, it's USPS.
Yeah.
I had like 4 shipments last week, UPS. They were bigger ones. Everything else was Ground Advantage. Man, folks, even though, I mean, it sickens to me the way that YouTubers they do all this crazy mess, and he's not here with us, so he did a video on it too. I get it. John did a video about raising USPS prices. It's sensational and all that stuff. I don't deal in that kind of stuff for the most part. Even with the prices up, Ground Advantage has been such a fucking win for resellers.
Yeah.
It has been absolutely amazing. Ground Advantage. If you're not taking advantage of it, Ground Advantage has been so amazing.
Ground Advantage.
And it saved. And y'all don't know this, but I'll tell you a little secret. You can need new boxes, so there's your discount there. Ground Advantage on somebody on this panel, it saved their marriage because their wife was going absolutely insane, and now she works with Ground Advantage, and she's a happy duckling. So it saved the marriage. A reseller on the panel. Ground Advantage has saved just a shit ton of money, and it's a great. I mean, it's really. I'm seeing the same speeds as prior. For the most part, it's within 24 hours of priority service, and I've had no problems. Ground Cubic is cheaper. Use Pirate Ship. Do yourself a favor. Get a Pirate Ship account. I'm not affiliated. I don't have a link. They don't do that. I don't make any money. But it's for me to tell you, eBay does not do cubic shipping. They don't do Ground Advantage cubic. You get both of those on Pirate Ship. If you've got something that's straight UPS, it might be a touch cheaper on eBay. You need to check it. That's the only way that you might lose a little bit of money is sometimes the package on UPS might be a little bit cheaper on eBay, but not much. It is so worth
shipping one
not
$5.
Glenn, not my marriage. Johnny don't work. Okay. Harlan's not married. Jake's not married. My wife don't work, and Todd's wife is retired.
I heard my name. What's up?
So whose wife is left that works at the post office?
Whose wife is what?
I don't know. Could be.
I don't know where we're pointing at.
Yeah.
So Josh wants to know, why did I stop listing on eBay? I listed today. Did you not see? I listed, I don't know, 8 or 10 today. I decided that I sourced all day yesterday for Amazon and didn't do great. I've been focusing a little bit more on Amazon. I do better with Amazon.
That's right. She does work at the post office. I remember that.
Yeah.
He goes postal every day.
Oh. Not anymore.
The Bargain Effect says that eBay started cubic shipping. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen no
cheap.
Because my answer
for certain products, I mean, certain things you were selling, you couldn't ship them that cheap. There was just no way.
Hey, I'm gonna make a video, Josh. You just gave me a video idea. I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna make a clickbait video. The name of the video, and so everybody, we got 94 people watching. Make sure y'all watch it. I'm gonna name the video. I solved all the problems with selling on eBay. And the whole video is going to be about me going back to selling on Amazon.
Just sell everywhere, man.
Oh, that's awesome. Is that clickbait or what? That's awesome right there. That's going to be a great video.
You better write it down. You're going to forget it.
Yeah, because he's old like me.
And he's about 2/3 through that drink.
Mm-hmm.
No, I give Scott a hard time. I think we did last night driving home.
Okay, here we go right here. How do I not lose it? Watch this. Right here. Put it right in the middle of the screen. I fixed all the selling on eBay issues. That's awesome right there. It's just the one thing I can tell you. Everybody will tell you. I'll keep preaching this until I can't talk anymore. The answer to everything is, you need to cross list. You need to cross list. Folks, if you don't want, the first thing I would tell you is learn the second platform, because the hardest thing in reselling to do is have multiple platforms. Because you only have so much attention.
Yeah.
And so if you start paying attention to one, the other's naturally going to suffer. And so I am better on Amazon. I sell more on Amazon. I sell easier on Amazon. It's easier to list on Amazon and get more money on Amazon, even though I have a lot of eBay products. And so my focus is going to be for this year is to rebuild the RA side of eBay, RA side of Amazon, and so yeah.
Don't forget about Walmart.
I don't do Walmart, and that's why I have not done Walmart. Is because with YouTube, with eBay, with Amazon,
No, it's more work. That's for sure.
I don't have enough brain. I don't have enough brain cells to do Walmart. Too.
There's another guy I'm here telling us that eBay started doing cubic this week. I haven't. Again, that's news to me too.
Yeah,
Who
they
said
did.
that? They did
I've
change
seen
it.
some packages go out myself that were way cheaper than I imagined they
Oh,
would
I'm
be.
telling you.
Because
never
eBay
cheap.
went cubic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Way cheaper than
Are you
pirate
serious?
ship. And I was like, what? Okay.
So who said eBay went cubic?
I
Two
did.
people. Nick Picker.
Yeah, I think it was last week. It started showing up. You could just buy it from the eBay side.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to a pirate ship anymore. Not always. I don't know. I wouldn't.
Yeah, Nick Picker said it, and then there was another person right before.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll check that out.
Tommy did. Tommy did bargain effect. I'm assuming it's Tommy. He may be his lovely wife, but I'm assuming it's Tommy.
Mhm.
If it's not Tommy, don't take offense to that. They did Monday. All right. Somebody didn't make a video. How am I supposed to know?
Well, I didn't make a video because my videos put people to sleep. So
Hey, when John comes back, why did he not make this video? John.
Yeah,
and Josh could have, but he's above us all now, so he didn't do any more video.
So you're trying to sit here to say we are depending on a damn Canadian to tell us about eBay? I'm not falling for that trap anymore.
That's what I do.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey.
We are better than the Canadians. I'm not dependent on a Canadian anymore. He can't even make a show this week.
I know.
Hell.
So I have myself a note that John cubic video. Why?
Why?
Hey there, bud.
You only get a pass, Josh. You only get a pass because I like what's the name so much. I think John did talk about cubic rates.
I see an announcement on the 24th that said rates have decreased for packages between 1 and 20 pounds for Gram Advantage, and you could save up to $2.12 depending on the package weight and zone.
Yeah, it's cheap.
That's
Celine Dion did a cubic rate shipping video. Okay.
That's probably why I like you, Josh, because I watched somebody's Letterkenny. It's put a warm place in my heart for Canadians because I've laughed so much at Letterkenny.
Yeah, there it is.
See, and that's the crazy part. You would think eBay would be shouting this from the rooftops. You know, if this is truly a win, if they are doing that,
Yep.
man, Shorzy, fucking Shorzy. Shorzy has banged everybody's mama over and over so many times. Oh my God, Shorzy's the man.
Yeah, I shipped a 3-pound package to Georgia for $6 today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It says it's both. Yeah, it applies.
It's cubic.
They're applying cubic services for both Ground Advantage and Priority Mail, effective January 21st.
Yeah, 5-pound box of aerosol shipping for $6 to Colorado.
Sweet.
Yeah, Tracy. I think I've got maybe the last 4 episodes of season 10 of Letterkenny, and I've watched them all. I need to watch them again just because. Man, fucking the best one, the best scene to me, the funniest scene in Letterkenny. I was drunk and high when I watched it. When they're when the 3 of them are playing catch with the baseball, and Squirrely Dan talks about it when his girlfriend stuck her finger up his butt, and they're throwing the baseball. And all of a sudden, they skip Squirrely Dan, and it just becomes. That's the greatest. That is Letterkenny in a nutshell. That's the greatest scene. And then any of the ones where they're with when they're doing anything with the Dick family. Oh my God, that is just great comedy. I think I showed some of that to Harlan when they're. I think I don't know if they're Amish or they're not Amish, but they are. What's the almost Amish where they make their own dresses?
Mennonite, Hutterite.
I think they're Mennonite. They're looking like Mennonite, but whenever the Mennonite Dick family, whenever they are anything they go over there, that's just comedy gold. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. If you don't watch Letterkenny, oh my God! And if you're high watching Letterkenny,
even better.
I probably need to watch it sober because I've watched so much of Letterkenny high as a kite.
I watch so few TV shows. My son just told me he was watching like Mission Impossible 7. I didn't know there was 2 of them, much less 7 of them.
Trina, Letterkenny Trina is God. That is funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
So Nick Picker said you have to be even more careful in your dimensions now, especially. So, does the dimensions? Is it once you do the final shipping, or is it dimensions in the listing itself?
When you're shipping.
Yeah.
Okay, because I never put the. You look at somebody of mine and you look at it and go, the dimensions are 1 by 1 by 1 because I just like.
It'll be like 4 pounds, 1 by 1 by 1. That's mine.
He says it's in the listing itself. All right, so Nick Picker says listing. Tracy says final. Which one of y'all's right?
No, it probably is listing itself if you have calculated shipping turned on. So you better be careful with a double-edged sword there.
Yeah.
I only do calculated shipping on big items, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
So.
But for some people.
Yeah, I actually fit stuff into smaller packaging, and bam, the shipping went down today.
Okay, so Jordan says if you use calculated shipping and do 111, it will give them some. All right, but like I sold a guitar today.
What kind of shipping when you go ship it? Yeah.
What shipping did I get for that? Let me see. Shipping. Steven messaged me. It's gonna be important. I wonder where Steven that is. eBay. All right, come on. Print labels and ship. Okay, so this Guitar Hero guitar, I sold it for $70 and got what did I get for shipping? Oh, never mind. I just charged $8.95. Never mind. They didn't pick the guitar with the.
That's the one you just sold.
Yeah, which guitar was it? It was a. So if you ever see the Starburst controllers, the Starburst, they're generally the Xbox 360 Starburst. Get those, man. That was I got $85 with tax and everything. So it was what $83, $82 shipped.
What, Josh? You sold a cue ball for $250. What was it?
Cue and a ball, I think. Yeah.
That cue ball had better knock them all in at once. If I'm
right.
paying $250.
That's all. Yeah.
It's made out of ivory or something.
I think it comes with a cue and a ball.
That's how you're coming even on your sales. You're ripping people off.
Right. Word trickery. I see how he's doing it.
Just the white cue ball. Wow. So what made that so special? Is there a name brand for some of them, or was it just older?
How do you tell if it's old? That's great because they don't have names on it. How do you tell if it's older?
I don't know.
You put a black light on it and it glows, maybe. Glow deals.
It was signed by Celine Dion.
Did you rub it on your scrotum? What? Come on.
Oh, no.
I make it more if you do that. I don't know.
Educate us, Josh. Come on. Tell us why you got $250
No,
for
that's
it.
what I want to know.
Don't
Better
make me
yet,
go look it up. I'll go look it up in your store.
Yeah. Gold plated. Holy shit. No way.
No, that's just drummer guessing.
cue ball, highest first.
I know it's not any fun anymore, Josh. You told everybody what your store name is.
Antique with a design.
It used to be a secret. Now it's just you told everybody.
What design is on a cue ball? They're white.
Yeah, I used to be in a club where I knew Josh's store, and now
It says, yeah.
I'm just one of the idiots.
The Village. Idiots.
No, his store name is. Am I allowed to say it, Josh? Let me get to it. It's in my list of stores when I get.
Something like Harbor's Hope.
Yes. It's... Hey Ron, are you? Hey Ron Harbor, are you? Ron, are
Something
you still
about
in
a
here? Because I
harbor.
need to make a joke if you're not in here.
Some of these are still. Well, I hadn't seen any sell for $250 on here, but I've seen. Well, there's a $269.
Harbor
That person's
Valley,
only got
USA
95
or
feet, but
something.
248.
So he sold Armageddon. He sold the Dukes of Dixieland. Some PS2 controllers. He sold some pussy
What?
cat.
What?
Toy?
I ain't got to the. Okay, so that one is $29. That ain't it. Oh, no, okay. So it is, man. That is cool looking. Okay, 'cause he says solid white, but he says something like Zanzibar.
All right, screen share.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to? Did he say I can say his name? All
He
right,
put,
so
he put
he said
something
it.
in the side. I don't know if that's it or not.
He already put it in.
Wilson Harbor. There you go.
Oh,
That's
that's
a
cool.
cue ball.
That's a bowling ball.
It looks like an alligator pattern on it.
That's wild looking.
Crazy.
So is
And
Zanzibar what?
Niagara Falls.
Is that the material?
Solid white tallywhacker or a cue ball.
Wait, number 8.
Oh, that's
Zanzibar,
from
isn't
the
it?
1880s. Wow.
That's continuing on with the
That's Saturn.
what's her name's theme. Who was in Zanzibar? Olivia Newton-John. Were they talking about Olivia Newton-John or something in John's chat?
That is cool.
That is really cool, man. Congratulations, man.
Xanadu.
I would have known to even know any better. So
Right? Well, now you know.
Xanadu was that roller skating
First
movie.
balls.
Cue ball.
Hey, Brunswick made bowling balls too, so it did kind of look like a bowling ball.
That's Saturn.
So,
I got back into the bowling alley last week. That was pretty fun.
Nick Picker, I don't pass the savings on to eBay buyers. To hell with them. Because eBay in their infinite wisdom, that's the problem. Is you get some of these platforms who are run by hedge fund managers, and nobody up there has any selling experience. And you wonder how many levels in eBay you get down before somebody actually knows how to sell an item on eBay. That'd be a very interesting video if you had access to eBay headquarters to start from the top and how far down you'd have to go to find out who in the world has even sold an item on it or bought an item on eBay to understand that shipping is shipping. Wait for it. Shipping and handling. The box is not free. The packing is not free. Me waddling to the post office is not free. All those things are part of shipping.
Yeah, man.
So you probably get down to some peon in customer service in Pakistan. Me list an item. Me list an item on eBay Pakistan. I sold kryptonite to the Taliban. That is definitely a cool.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how bad the economy gets, there's still going to be a collector market.
Yeah, for sure.
So I nitpick. I try to be very fair on shipping. So, like, shout out to the big girls. It's all free shipping. Like that
It's
guitar.
like-
I sold that guitar. I charged $8.95 shipping on that guitar. I'm gonna lose money in shipping that, but it's fair.
It's like Gwen walked in and said, "Oh, Todd, that vase is ugly as hell. Don't bring that in my house." I said, "Okay, I'll sell it on eBay for $45, and I paid $2 at the rummage sale."
Does it have a brand on the bottom of it or anything?
Roseville, USA.
It's Roseville.
Yeah.
Duh, I know Roseville. Who sells Roseville for $2?
The rummage sale, the wicked Lutherans.
You beat the Lutherans again?
Yeah, on this, yeah.
They're so old they should know Roseville.
So it's not exactly a $200 cue ball, but it's a $45 bill on eBay.
Yep, that nobody was probably looking at.
So I think so. Nick Picker has mentioned several times about passing the shipping savings on to the customer. I just want to be fair with shipping. I don't want to make money. I don't want to lose money.
Yeah.
When I pay for shipping and pay for the box, I want to be even.
Yeah.
You know, I want it to cost exactly. If I never made a cent and never lost a cent, I would be thrilled with shipping. And so
I don't have to race to the bottom with this.
because you're probably the only one with that ugly thing.
This is ugly as hell, and Gwen won't have it in our house, so she says, "Get that out of here."
Hey, but you need to explain to her that's allowing her to go on her next cruise wherever the hell y'all are going.
That's it. She's already talking about Norwegian cruises and stuff.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because so many people, you know, and that should be your goal on shipping, is people. You want to break even. You want to make it fair to the customer because it definitely high shipping does make it where somebody's not going to buy something from you, and so really, and we used to talk about it a lot. We don't talk about it a lot anymore. For those of you who use calculated shipping, you truly need to change the zip code or log in as incognito mode or whatever to see what it's showing.
Yeah.
Pay attention when you're listing, especially on listing on the phone is really nice because if you pick calculated,
Damn it.
that's Amazon. That's an Amazon beat, by the way.
Yeah, well,
I didn't. A shout out to Scott Condon. That's Scott Condon calls me and says he sends me a text and says the store across town's got 2 of these. You need to stop and pick them up. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. I'll do it tomorrow. A month later, I sent him a text the other day. I'm like, I'm riding by here. What the hell was I supposed to buy there?
He's like, what the hell?
I sold both of them. He told me that store's got 2 of them. I listed them today and sold them both today. That's awesome. So Josh says he mostly loses shipping 25, and I'd be fine with that too, Josh. If I only lost $1 or a quarter, under $1 per shipment, I'm fine with that. You know, you want it to be attractive. I want it to be a non-factor, and when I'm deciding whether to buy an item, I don't want to have to think about shipping. I want to understand that if I buy a $5 item and I sell it for $20, I just want to think about the fees. I don't want to think about the shipping because I want to know that I'm going to break even on It makes the buying and the judgment process much faster. If you understand that the shipping is negligible and you're going to break even, it makes it easier to decide on an item and much faster to decide on an item.
Yeah, I agree with that. I set mine to 50%, so it passes on 50% of the savings on my store. And what I find is that it pretty well breaks even for the most part.
Those days I've since faded from my memory.
Mm-hmm.
Scott is actually in the chat. I figured he might be hanging out with us. Yes, I actually got him out of the van today because I bought another one when I was out and about. So I had 3 of them. I've sold 2 out of 3 today. And that's bad. But I couldn't even find it in my phone. I'm like, I'm searching in my phone, and I'm over there at the store, and I'm like, I'm on the phone with my mother, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Let me just text Scott. What the hell was I supposed to buy here? So it's good to have smart people in your life, so people who tolerate your ignorance. Have you set that new phone up yet, Scott? What the hell?
Huh? New phone?
Yeah, he got the S24 Ultra today.
Oh, look out.
There's something interesting. So for those of you who don't follow phones like I do, so I generally update my phones because it is definitely a tool for the business. So I charge the business for it when I upgrade. I've got the 15 Pro Max. I like the Pro Max. It doesn't scan on Amazon worth a damn. And so how do you do that? You take Joni's old XS Max and you put it on US Mobile for $10 a month. $10 It includes tax. $10 a month. I don't know how they're doing that, but it actually scans really well. eBay scans fine. It's just the Amazon app. This thing takes lovely pictures. I love this phone. Everything about it except the Amazon app. Amazon, you suck. You owe me a Canadian nickel. Well, my address is in every video, so make sure you send me that nickel. I'll make a video of the nickel when you send it here. So Samsung and all their, you heard about all the fancy stuff they're doing, the computational photography. It's got new lenses. It's better at selfies. It's got AI is going to make your pictures better. AI is going to do this. But the one part they didn't scream at the top of the mountain is your new phone. They said, we're going to update your phone for 7 years. You're going to get 7 years worth of support for the operating system and security. They didn't tell you that once you get used to using all that AI stuff, at the end of your 2nd year of owning the phone, they're going to charge you a subscription to use the AI on your phone from now on. So they're going to give you 2 years to get used to all the stuff that your phone is built in to do. And then at the end of the 2 years, which most people are keeping a phone 3 to 4 years now, they're going to charge you a subscription model to use functions in your phone. I just saw a video about that today. I thought that's crazy as hell.
Yeah. What the hell?
They see Apple making so much money with charging for what they do, and but yeah. Larry said his wife got so Tracy, if it wasn't for, so I got tired of Harlan. When you go to yard sales with Harlan, he's a pain in the ass. You go to our yard sales with Harlan and go, take a picture of that damn sign. And Harlan's fumbling through his phone. He's getting out his readers. And that I couldn't take a phone. I take a picture, and it looked like Mr. Magoo took it. I'm like, this phone sucks. and Harlan, he'd be over there. He'd be fumbling through it. He'd do this. He'd go, got it. I'm like, shit. I'm like, you're muted, by the way. And I told him if they ever fix this damn phone, I'll upgrade just for the Zoom. Well, what's the first thing they said about the 15? The Zoom is fixed. And so I bought the 15 for the Zoom. Because I get tired of. I mean, the Galaxy with the zoom is so good. Harlan could take a picture of his crotch and still get the picture of the damn yard sale sign.
Not that I've ever done that.
And I'm looking at some blurry map. I took a picture. I'm sitting dead still with the iPhone 14 and took a picture of it. And I put my reading glasses on. I'm like, I still can't read this shit. So yeah, that's how I upgraded that.
I saw one the other day. A person had an iPhone. They zoomed in and took a picture of the moon. And the Samsung guy took a picture of the moon. There was a moon buggy going on the moon. And I thought about our yard sale trips. Scott, he zoomed in. It's just like, bleh, just blurry.
And Harlan go, got it. It's been the last year and a half. Got it. I'm like, damn it.
Because you know how people do. They'll get a little sign this big, and they'll have to write yard sale, Saturday, address, and here's everything we've got. And we got to just write real small on these. And you're looking, it's like, I just need to know an address, an arrow, something. Right. You can't. I don't need to know your life history. Just say yard sale and point me this way. And so yard sale, you can shoot across, take a picture, and then zoom it in and still read it. Those are worthless.
It looks just like this. You see the address?
There's a yard sale somewhere.
BR 549.
The address right there. Oh, 123 First Street. That's what I figured.
And you've got to do it. I can't tell you how much money they make you if you've got a phone that'll zoom. Because where are the best yard sales? They're the ones not in your phone, not on the list. They're the ones that you need to access off the sign, because that's the one that nobody else is going to unless you saw the sign. Hey, Jasmine off the wall. Hey, welcome to the show. We hope you're having an amazing night. I'm having a great night. I'm out of liquor, but I'm having a great night.
Oh, no.
I mean, I could go get some in the house, but I don't feel like going in there.
You think she let you?
You think she let you?
You think she's awake? You think she's awake?
Just throwing it out there.
With a dog on her face.
I used to be important, but I'm not really important anymore. That's mine. Okay, so Georgia, that's the next one. Let's make another one. Y'all gonna help me revive the YouTube channel.
Waiting patiently.
Hey, there's the next one. Yard sale signs 101. We're gonna do yard sale signs. That's gonna be my next short video. Yard sale signs 101. It's. Let me get my mind. Can I get inside?
I like that yard sale sign with Mike Tyson. Yard sale here.
Mm-hmm. Or the one we saw around here said, "Watch out, everybody! It's slippery outside." And slippery it was.
Mm-hmm.
So Josh, help me understand the Canadian logic. In the same sentence, you said we had a hardware company called Canadian Tire. Why don't they just sell tires? Why would Canadian Tire? Why would if I had a hardware? Let's see what do the Americans do? Ace Hardware, True Value Hardware. What do the Canadians do? Canadian Tire. No wonder you can't find anything up there. Except for coffee. I know where to go coffee. You go to Tim Hortons. I know that. Never had Tim Hortons, by the way.
Sadie, I've done that too. The little yard sale map took me to the same location that had no yard sale.
So then where do you sorry, but this is a sensitive subject. If you have a 103 people here. Hey, thanks a lot. If you're sensitive to some of these topics, put your fingers in your ears for like 10 seconds. All right, 1, 2, 3. I was going to ask you, Josh, where do you buy guns? But you're not allowed to buy those in Canada anymore. So okay, you can take your fingers out now if you're sensitive. So there
Are
you
you
go.
serious? You can't buy them in Canada?
Oh no.
No, you ain't allowed to own them in Canada.
No.
They don't have
What
Western
the-
Auto in Canada.
Western Auto.
Dang.
Holy
That would be
cow.
a good gun store name, wouldn't it? Automatic Western for the
Yeah,
obvious
that's-
reason.
That's Western
That's
Auto.
right.
Well, there's
Reason.
we still have them around here. Western Auto Store. They sell everything: guns,
Flip. They can
auto parts,
You're gonna
tractor
tell me next
parts.
that they offer
You know,
free health
Castro-
insurance. You can't get an appointment. What are you going to tell me now?
Castro's son made it where they couldn't buy them anymore and took away gun ownership and all that stuff.
Mm.
Well, muskets apparently.
Yeah, they're just restricted. It's true.
Fun actually.
Jeremy, we are not invading Canada. It's too damn cold up there. They can just have Canada.
They might even give them
Yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah, you see this. You see this, don't you? You say it's restricted as fuck. This is how restricted it is. Handguns are illegal.
Even for hunting and fishing and
You can't hunt in
Josh,
Canada.
if you meet me halfway, Josh, I'll sell you one. You just hide it in your car when you cross the border.
Wait, hold on.
Mhm.
You can't hunt in Canada?
Wait,
No,
what?
you can hunt. There's hunting rifles and stuff, and they're restricted, but there's no handguns.
Right.
Oh.
You can't carry a handgun in bear country in Canada. Okay, bear, you stop right there while I shoot you with some pepper spray.
All right, Bear. Listen here, you.
Right?
They
Hey,
can have
Grizz.
Michigan too while they're at it. Hold up here.
Grizzly, you stop right there while I hit you with some pepper spray.
Piss you off.
Can we get some different stuff? We'll give you California, Oregon, Washington, Minnesota, Michigan.
What's this give?
Nick Picker, you cannot fish with your 40 in Canada. You cannot shoot fish in Canada. John says they'll be best of government. You think?
Yeah, right.
Folks, never forget, here's where the show goes political. So there's 100 here. We'll see how long it'll last the next couple of minutes.
Da, da, da.
There's a reason why that they don't invade this country. They're invading us right now. Don't get me wrong. They are coming across when the president of the United States and the Department of Justice under his name sues the state of Texas for trying to protect the border. Folks, they need to go. They all need to be hung for violating the Constitution. It is in the Constitution. Please go read it. One of the enumerated requirements of the federal government is to protect the borders of this country. You don't protect the borders of this country by allowing them as open as a sieve. And then so if you read through the Constitution and you get to the part where it says any of the powers that are not mentioned here are reserved for the states, and any of the powers that are not being taken care of, the states have the obligation to take care of. So that means if you're in Texas and you're not enforcing the border, it is the state of Texas requirement to their citizens to enforce the border. And now you've got the Supreme Court. What a joke that! Is there any form of government that's not corrupt? There's not. I mean, the government is not coming. If we don't overthrow these people and get rid of these idiots who have sold us out to all the bankers who own everything, to China, to everything else, they all need to go. They all need to be hung. 99% of Congress needs to be hung for treason.
I'll put you down.
Back to your
Put you
regular
down a
schedule.
conspiracy rabbit hole, Scott.
This ain't a conspiracy.
I'll put you down one.
treasonous.
When's the last time that you saw Obama in public? Why are there no rallies, no Biden rallies with any of these politicians going and doing rallies?
I'll do you another conspiracy theory. When did you ever see a picture of Michelle pregnant? There you go. Hey, Bama Jaber. You have reached we are past the 2-hour point, so you have reached the part that is no longer reselling, it's just insanity. Remember, all the views expressed on the program are not the views of the host, they are strictly the views of Harlan.
Anyway, how's everybody's eBay sales?
Good today. Listing going.
Big Mike. Yeah, I said Big Mike. When did anybody see Big Mike pregnant? You know, there's bounties out there. If it existed, there's people that would pay you millions of dollars for that picture. Millions.
Ooh, AI. Give me a picture of Big Mike pregnant.
Did I send you that one the other day? The one with Big Mike. Did I send it to you on Instagram?
Yeah, you did. Hopefully that's an AI picture. I think that would have made the news, or that would have been on the news if that was legit.
There's a little girl just a swinging.
Do y'all want to see?
No, we do not want to see Big Mike. We don't.
Okay, so yeah, do y'all want to see Harlan's favorite person on the internet?
Me? My favorite person?
Here's Harlan's favorite person on the internet.
Yeah, let's see it.
Thank a booty. What y'all doing, y'all?
Jersey, oh damn, man, hold on, people fist thing. Check him out one time for one time.
OG Stank.
Look, that's the man fitted right there, Stank. He got the gold tag on there.
Got the gold tag on there.
That dude's hilarious, man.
Stank a booty.
Stank a booty. What y'all doing? This is OG Stank.
I saw him and just kept flipping. But all he started talking about that day, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch this fool.
He's on the Cincinnati Bengals sideline with the players a lot of time. They showed some of us like, hey, is that what's that guy? That one mailman? Is he here? And he goes, he's over there. And he goes, dude, I gotta go meet him. This is the NFL players. It's like, holy cow.
Yeah, he's stank a booty. He's funny. So Jacob, you want to know what was I doing last night when I got home on caffeine pills and couldn't sleep? I was sending Instagram videos to Harlan.
Oh, goodness. How many did you find?
I don't know. I sent it last night. What was my favorite one? Oh my God, this is the best one of the night. Johnny's like, you just woke me up. Why did you wake me up? I'm like, I was laughing because this guy.
And this is what they came up with. Little Mega Mike. Little Bang. Sama. Little Boom Boom. The Pipe. Watermelon Water. Big Head. Little Mecca. Notorious 9/11.
So that was one of his rapper names, and that was all the comments about what his rapper names were. Little Boom Boom. Yeah, my social media is just an absolute mess. And from the videos that I look up to the videos that Harlan and Andy Glass is not in the chat much anymore, but from the videos that Andy sends me, the craziest shit that man sends me. Oh my!
I don't have time for that mess.
I got him yesterday though. Harlan, this is the one I sent Andy last night.
Cowboy helmet burning. That's funny.
Andy's a big Cowboy fan. And so the week that the Cowboys lost was the week Saban retired. And so I told him that I'd be nice to him because I was in mourning for Saban leaving. But now that I'm happy again, yeah. Yeah, Trina. I've said a lot worse on YouTube, but I've got one warning. It's about to fall off. But yeah. All right. I'll send it to you, Brenda. That's the one with all the rap names. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh Lord, 220. We lost like 7 people from the live show. That's terrible.
I fell asleep.
Cannot take the humor, folks. I'm very tame from what there was a time I went off the clip for politics, and it was just awful. You can't
Really?
don't watch that mess. I laugh and joke, but I don't pay any attention. Harlan will tell you, he talks to me on a daily basis. I would tell him all kinds of shit. I was as bad as Dylan. I feel sorry for Harlan. There was a time in his life where Dylan was crazy on one side, I was crazy on the other, and he got caught in the middle.
And I don't like listening to any of it. Left or right, nothing. And yeah.
And I don't listen to any of it anymore. So I'm a much happier person to know that I am blindly going into whatever's going to happen this year. Hopefully nobody will buy all the beans and stuff that I got for sale on eBay or Amazon so that I'll have something left over to eat whenever the food supply goes to hell and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I don't listen to that anymore. But I do stay. So so how do you know what things are short? This is a serious reselling question. I got 102 people here. Everybody, Andy just messaged me.
Yeah, them lines are real good, Brenda.
And so why am I got out of a lot of Facebook groups, but I didn't get out of this prepper group. Why would you think I stay in a prepper group? You know, so one thing they talk about
scarcity,
food,
the things they can't find,
and
so it'll show up on my feed, and they'll go, well, I'm having trouble finding this, and you have a bunch of comments of everybody going, I can't find this, I can't find this. So I start searching Walmart, and I start searching other things. Some of these groups are if you're going to sell items on eBay and Amazon, and you want to find things that are currently in the store that you can go buy that might be short, think outside the box about how do you get your information? Because people ask me, the number one question that they've asked me, other than am I really insane, is how do you know what to buy? And normally I would tell them it's social media. The ladies on Instagram will tell you everything you need to know. There's plenty of YouTube videos of people showing you what to buy. But if you're smart and maybe a prepper group, because that's people that talk about what's short. Am I selling beans? Yeah, 15 bean soup, Brenda. 3 packs on Amazon. Yes, Sadie, it'll drive you crazy, man. You just can't follow politics so much. I think we're driving off the cliff. I just want to be in the back seat and not know about it till we just hit something. I'll deal with it when we hit something. Fuck it. Yeah, Brenda. From what I've heard about beef's going to go up again in May and go up again after the summer. We've still got a couple. So Brenda says jars and canning lids are not going to be short. A couple of years ago, a lot of people made a lot of money on canning stuff. Yeah. But it's think outside the box about how you get your information. What do you you want to sell groceries that are short? You look on those kind of things. People that talk about it that don't have an agenda. They'll talk about other crazy stuff too. You got to filter through it, but a lot. I bet every third message is about somebody wanting to know can they find something in their area because I can't find it here. People assume because they went in Publix and Publix is out. Oh my God, so you got to deal with preppers and those kind of folks. If it's not in their regular store, oh my God, it's the end of the world. We're out everywhere. They didn't go to the store next to it and go, well, damn, they just missed their shipment. So sometimes it's bad information, but a lot of times, there's so many people are stockpiling beans right now. Beans are, especially certain brands like Goya is hard to find in stores right now. You can find lima beans and pinto beans, but most anything else Goya is worth looking up because Goya is very hard to find. Dry beans, not canned, dry beans. So, but think outside the box. Think about, information that seems very innocuous, very, maybe you're in a makeup group or a cosmetic group, and people will start asking. They'll start asking, "Have you seen this?" Or those kind of things. If that's what you sell, you should find ways to get information that is not. It's not the Facebook group, but the person's asking you, should they? So here's a good one. So, oh my God. So this was in a Facebook group, one of the two that I'm in, and this was not really okay. So it's in a podcast group. I'll give you that hint. The person is bitching because they're getting a return for an item, and the item they described it in the description exactly how it was when they're getting it, but it's being returned anyway. And I read it, and I'm like, holy fuck. This is insane. So the person was selling a food processor. And the food processor or mixer or whatever it was, they put in the description that it is dirty and really filthy. You'll need to clean it when you get it. And the person is returning it because it was fucking disgusting. Are we that lazy and that sorry? If I take a picture of an item that's going on eBay and it's got a flaw, it's got a this, I retake the picture. If it's something that I see, so I listed this today. I think you were with me when I bought it, Harlan.
Yeah.
It's one of the sales that had dots on it. I paid $1 for it. Everything's in it. They used it one time, but it had waffle cone pieces around the edges of it. So I took some cleaner and wiped it all down and everything before I took the freaking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want it to be nice and clean. It's in this box. It's got the manual. I mean, and this is the presentation. When you open it, it's got packing material. It looks just like it came. It was used one time. I could have put on there, you're going to need to clean the filthy thing. It's absolutely insane.
But you know how many people don't read descriptions on eBay? I've had stuff before I've sold broken, and in the title I've got broken, and then have the title, and at the end it's like broken, and then or for parts, and then in description, this doesn't work. The whole first thing, this doesn't work, it is broken. Then describe it, and then they're like, hey, I got to return. This doesn't work.
But this is continues our conversation from Wednesday that we are allowing ignorant people to sell.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of person would sell?
Ooh.
Those are cool glasses, by the way.
Yeah.
What kind of person would sell that and not clean it and not wipe it off? I mean, the customer, there's a customer experience matters. When they open the box, I'm sorry. I mean, that person, you don't need an eBay account. You make it worse for all of us. And to the credit of the people in the chat in that Facebook group, there's so many of them. I read the first couple of them where they were, oh, it was described. You should do this, but then the rest of them were all like, holy shit, I never would have sold it that way. Oh my God, I wouldn't have sold it. 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 It's.
But that goes back even to the place I work at years and years ago. We sell like electronic boards for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 a board. a computer board, and the owner of the company was wanting to use used boxes that he could find somewhere, and then the static bags that we put them in, he wanted to use like used static bags to show them that we are recycle people. And I said, would you want to open a box that you just spent $50,000 on some computer boards and it's got used static bags and you're shipping it in a damn food box?
Yeah.
That's just, I mean, everybody doesn't have business sense. And I think that goes back to a lot of the eBay sellers. It's like, think how you would want to receive this when you open the box. Do you want to open up something and it's got food gunked on it? No.
No, and that's why I use new boxes. I really, the one thing being an Amazon seller teaches you is, even though, okay, y'all can go crazy about how bad Amazon packs. They put it in a new box, but it's got one air pillow or whatever. I overpack, and I want it to be the experience is part, how do you prevent returns? You have a box that is clean and is presented and is packaged well. It's, you don't give the customer a reason right off to go, oh my God, I can't believe, I buy these a lot. I've sold 3 or 4 of this brand in the last month. I just listed this one today. It won't make the weekend. It's for hearing impaired. It pairs with hearing aids. This is the part that'll stream their TV. And so when you open it up and look at it, I've still got the inner packing. It still looks nice. I took the cables. Folks, you can buy these things so cheap. Come out of there. I didn't do this one. I'm glad I opened it up. I have the little zip ties. You can buy a package of zip ties for $8 1,000. You can buy the little twist ties for $4 for 1,000. I'm glad I opened it. I thought I put one on this one. I just folded it up correctly, but I know what I did. The cable. I did this one. I forgot to do the other one. That's how you want it to look like that you care about them. I know I'm not crazy. I know I zip tied one of these things, but I'll leave this open. I'm going to get $60 for that. So it's the customer experience. I could throw that in a poly bag and send it out, but for $60, it's going in an 8x6x4 box. It's going to have packing paper around it, so it's protected when it gets there, and they get it just like the pictures. It's important to me, and it should be important to every eBay seller, what the customer sees when they get it. What's the secret to Poshmark, folks? Why are there some of these Poshmark people that are killing it? For those of you ladies, there are some guys that sell on Poshmark, but a lot of successful ladies on Poshmark, what do? You wrap your items in tissue paper. You put a little card in it with thank you. The packaging, Poshmark sellers have really bought into the packaging part of that platform for the first impression because of the clothes they're selling. It makes a difference. So what do I like to teach on this channel is it's the next level up. If you've been selling for eBay for more than just a little bit, how do you level up your game? You buy new boxes, you buy a tape machine, you buy things that'll make you more efficient, but you also improve the customer experience. You want it to be different whenever they when they buy something from you, because they see all that heavy feedback you got. They see everything, and they go, and there's a reason why you command the price you command. So Brenda says she watched the entire food right now, watching the kill giant grasshoppers. But it's my pictures look better. You go ahead and tie these things up, you get great looking pictures. I don't think I showed the cable. I think I just showed the box because when I took the picture, that box. Oh, never mind. I know what I did. I'm not taking the pictures yet. I did a draft because I was sitting over here. I think I listed this over here.
Look out.
I listed this over here, and I listed that over here. I'm like, why did I not? Why was that not up? Because I haven't taken the pictures yet. I was going. It was a little bigger than my desk. I wanted to take the pictures over there. Connie said, Connie, I can imagine at any point in your life her name Clean Box. I could say some different kind of boxes, but yeah, we're not going there tonight.
No.
Buy more Cinnabons. You mean honey buns? But it's we don't talk enough about we talk about listing, but we don't talk about the things that make you a better seller. Why would you want? So Josh is probably still in here somewhere. I bet you, Josh, I bet you didn't put that when you're going to ship that $250 billiard ball. I bet you're not putting that in a used box. I bet you're not just putting it in any old box. I bet that thing is securely wrapped. I bet it's packaged really nice and very secure. It got a $250 item, folks. It needs to be packaged like you are taking care of a $250 item. You know, it's you. Even if they never buy anything else from you again, you need to take personal pride in what you do. You know, I take a lot of pride in sending out things packaged very nicely, very securely, arriving like they're supposed to. He said those buyers expect a white glove experience, and it's Josh. We don't talk about that enough. It is part of the understanding who your customer is and the amount of money they're spending. I have this conversation in my head all the time. I'll be shipping. So, you got to know I got a cabinet full of DVDs right here. A $9.99 DVD gets thrown in a bubble mailer and goes away. I don't think anything of it. A $40 DVD goes in a box because I want to make sure, and it gets bubble wrapped in a box to make sure it gets there without getting destroyed. There's anything over $25 gets taken care of. Anything under $25, between 15 to 20, depends on how old it is or what it is. A DVD or a CD, I'll probably do a little more. But if it's the $9.99s or whatever, they get what they get. I mean, bubble wrap, they make it. That's fine. See, Josh, I think this is part of our responsibility as sellers on the platform. How do we help make eBay better for each individual buyer? How do you get a buyer to trust eBay? You've got to deliver an experience which makes them want to buy, even if it's not from you, if it's somebody else. What's up, Jennifer? Man, nobody here is your friend. What are you talking about? Hey, friend. Like anybody here knows you, Jennifer.
Who's Jennifer?
Who's that?
What?
I don't know. Right.
I haven't talked to anybody named Jennifer today.
Yeah.
Okay, I talked to somebody named Jennifer like 5 times yesterday, but not today. So Josh said he sold a $4,000 carved decoy to a buyer in Maine. You've absolutely got to take your time. I mean, it is, folks. That's why we texted. Was that today? I can't remember. Oh yeah, that was today.
I called out.
Oh yeah, 10 o'clock. Yeah.
I said, there's a reason why intelligent people make more money reselling than unintelligent ones. And I don't know, I just laid it out there. I'm not a smart person, but smart enough to get through college on a 3.2 average. But yeah, I think the best resellers have a certain amount of intelligence. Whether it doesn't matter whether you graduated 8th grade like Jethro Bodine, or if you're a
I'll tell you, it's rare, Todd. You know what I think it is? Is they have the best resellers I know have two characteristics. They have common sense, and they have concern for the customer. The two things.
yeah, street
You know,
smarts, whatever you want to call it, some form of basic intelligence. And I see resellers with what seems incredible intelligence, and they can't sell crap. And then here I am with stupidity, and I'm outselling tons of folks who make YouTube videos and put it out there. And I'm like, wait, I did better than you, and I only worked 20 hours a week. So I don't know. I just laid it out this morning. Sadie was there.
all right,
So anyway,
Andy sent me a video about thrifting, so I can actually watch that one without cringing. But it's Todd. You're right. It's really common sense, because there's nothing hard about reselling. It is all just straightforward. And if we live more, I was talking about Wednesday. If we live more by the golden rules, if we treated our business and treated customers like we expected to be treated, you never have a problem.
yeah.
Unless you just have no concern whatsoever for how you're treated and have such a negative. But most people, you know, if they buy something, they want it to come a certain way. And so if you would take a level up on that, however you expect something to come, treat the customer equal or better than what your minimum expectations, you'll kill it.
Yeah, if I was 1/5 as smart as Josh Galt, then I'd probably make 5 times what I do selling.
I don't think academic education, if you're just going to,
Just,
you
no,
just
it's
want to
not
sell on the
academics.
platform that do it. It's because there's a lot of smart people who don't have common sense. They don't have walking around. So I know tons of them. My brother's ex-wife got a master's degree in nursing, and you could tell you anything about nursing, but wouldn't get out of a house on fire. Wouldn't know how to
Yeah.
open the door to get out of a house on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, smart at her job, but just painstakingly dumb at everything else. So it's a somebody pinched Dave. Dave looks like he's been froze for like a week.
Yeah.
Dave's been sick. Y'all have to give Dave a pass. He's even quieter than normal. He's been sick for about a month. The Big C thing is kicking his ass.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the C.
He's the only person I know who doesn't leave his house and get the Big C. It attacked him in the garage.
Mm.
Dang.
Josh, the problem with academics is they teach book, they teach a point of view. They don't teach you how to work through a problem. It's the same thing with high school. They want you to the certain core subjects, but they don't teach you about life skills. About and education should be about preparing you to go out into the world. High school should teach you about you should have basic finances. You should be able to balance a checkbook. You should know about the time value of money. You should know the very minimum basics to skills that you'll need. But at 18 years old, just think about an 18-year-old in 1950 versus an 18-year-old now. The amount of information. It's as simple as just think about the car. We have these wonderful cars that'll you can get in a Tesla and drive from New York to California, and it'll plan your trip out, everywhere to stop, and tell you what charge it is, and everywhere else. And the manual, you probably won't even get a manual; it'll just be on your phone or whatever. But it'll tell you how to put a seatbelt on and all this stupid stuff. The manual for a car in 1950 told you how to adjust the points and everything else. Just think about the differences and where we've gone and how little knowledge is left from having to make cars automatic put seatbelts on you and all the crazy mess from back in the day where your manual tells you how to adjust the points and the plugs and everything else. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to make a point this morning that I don't see how people can't do well reselling if they've got a little bit of brains. That's all.
It's we have taught a generation that sense of entitlement so much and they've been taken care of and pampered so much. You know, for God's sakes, we still put tags on hair dryers that says don't use it in the shower. You realize we are supposedly the most advanced civilization that's ever made it on this planet Earth, and they'll tell you 5 billion years, and we still have hair dryers that tell you not to use them in the goddamn shower.
That's shocking.
That is shocking.
What's our biggest problem of the last few years what's our biggest problem of the last few years is we don't have enough common sense to take care of laundry detergent, and our children have been eating Tide Pods, for God's sakes. They've had to make different caps because there is no responsibility. Nobody has any responsibility for anything. It is the company's responsibility to make sure your kid doesn't eat Tide Pods, because God forbid you just put it out of their fucking reach.
A little Tide Pod between the cheek and gum. I mean, come on now. Come on now.
It's not like they're making a spearmint flavor, for God's sakes.
That's Spring Meadow Tide Pods.
I kind of like the Febreze Tide Pods. They're the scent lasts longer, makes your breath smell special longer. I mean, it's absolutely amazing that how dumbed down society's become, and to the point where somebody doesn't have enough sense to clean an item before they sell it. Not only do they not have enough sense to clean it before they sell it, they are outraged that somebody is pissed off that, well, I put it in the description. That's how far we've fallen.
Glenn uses Downy Plus.
I mean, seriously, that's how far we've fallen. That common sense and just walking around sense is, and then on top of that, we have made it to where, you know, if you fail at your responsibility whatsoever, it's still not your fault. Just sue somebody else. Just think about this. As a society today, we pay law enforcement officers to keep us safe and secure in our homes. If they have to do something to enforce the laws of this land, the family of the victim is using this as a chance to ghetto get rich scheme. They're going to sue these cities and make a fortune because their child on crack or whatever they're addicted to has robbed a store, and in the middle of robbing in the store, they pulled a gun on a police officer and got gunned down, and now they have won the ghetto lottery. That's where we are as a society. And we wonder why people can't list on eBay. They don't want to, they don't want to list. They don't want to work. They don't want to do anything. We are just seeing the end results of it. It's damn near, it's depressing. And as we try to help people understand eBay and Amazon, I'm past the point of tolerance. That's why I'm checking out of all Facebook groups. I just can't. They want to know why. But Beard, you could have made a lot of money. You could have made a big Facebook group, and you could have done this and you could have done that. I don't have the mental disposition to put up those kind of people. Just don't. I'll teach you if you're willing to learn. I'll teach you anything. Even if you're that person that got mad about they're returning that item. If you could take the teaching, I'll scold you and tell you what the hell were you thinking. I'll ask you the question: why in the world would you not just clean the item before you send it? Not only could you have made more money on it, I don't get that part either. If it's clean and presentable, you can charge more money for it. Right. If I'm going to go through all the problems to look for it, find it, test it, you can better bet your ass I'm going to clean it to make it look presentable so I can make more money.
I was in a bunch of eBay groups, eBay Facebook groups, and I actually had to leave. There's one day I sat there, it's like, I gotta exit all these, because every single day it would be the first thing that popped up on my feed, and it would be the absolute dumbest questions every single day. And it's like, I mean, I know people need to learn and stuff, but sometimes it can just beat you up.
And when did we get? And the point about all these groups too is, I'm glad people find me on YouTube. I hope, but so many problems. So you see me on right here, and somebody has a question, or if I have a question for myself, what do I do? I'm not a genius, folks. I know I'm going to ruin your entire image, but I'm not in Mensa. I'm not a genius. I hate to be the one to tell you that. And I know Harlan thought all this time that I was in Mensa. I'm not in Mensa. No. If I have a problem, you see me up there, just hit Google and start searching and reading and reading. It is amazing that so many people in this community are so absolutely lazy that they won't just take a minute of time to search in Google to do any kind of research to find an answer to a question. And then when you say, hey, you could have just Googled that, it would have found the answer for it, you're attacked as some giant asshole because you're the one that was trying to inform them that, in your life, you can get your own answers. There's Google out there. It's on every phone. It's everywhere. If you don't want to Google it, I'm telling you all the time, Harlan and I will be carrying on, and we'll ask something, and one of us, we'll hit the button on the phone, and it'll say, and ask the phone, and the phone will tell you. It is that simple. Even two old guys riding around the yard sales and have a question about some odd craziness. How old is somebody? The phone will tell you how old somebody is. I mean, pretty damn quick.
I don't know why I keep getting thrown into these categories.
Right.
Dang, I'm feeling straight attacked. Leave this 35-year-old man alone.
All right, I'll make a deal with you. You grow your hair back.
I'm dyslexic too. 35, yes.
When I am 53. I had my numbers backwards. I'm sorry. I'm 53.
You grow your hair back, I will call you young.
I can grow some of it back. It's not going to look like it did in high
grow
school.
Grow the hair right here back, and I'll call you young.
I'm not gonna have my long, heavy metal hair that I had back in the day.
Yeah, have you seen? I know you've seen that one. Have you seen that one where the meme of the black dad who took the kid who acted up at school, talking about he wanted to act like he was an adult and had him get a haircut like George Jefferson? That looks coming back. Damn it, Tracy, you are young. That's why I talked to Jennifer and Jacob, because they're young. But it's the death of common sense, the death of responsibility. I mean, it's really bringing us all down, and there's nobody out there that calls them out about it. Because you know what, most YouTubers in the reselling community, and I'm gonna call them all out. Instead of being a positive influence on this community and helping people to find items and further businesses, you know what they do? They double down on how stupid people are and show them Holy Grail videos every 4 or 5 days, because they know that the people that watch those videos are not smart enough to realize that they just found a Holy Grail 3 days ago. They just found another one. And so they're going to show you the glamorized version of what they find and trick you into watching it by making these great titles. And I can't believe she showed me this, or they kicked me out of this, or, in some kind of sensational titles that, don't tell me that's you again. Was that when you had hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you believe it was even almost blonde at that point? Almost.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. That's how I can make money on this YouTube channel. Let's get sponsored by Hair Club for Men.
Hey.
Half my guests are bald anyway. We might as well. Oh Lord.
I just left Facebook. I mean, I actually technically didn't leave Facebook, but I just don't even open it.
I've got to a point where I don't look at it as much.
I still look like that. Yeah.
All my Facebook notifications are turned off. It's not on my home screen. I have to make an effort to go find the icon if I actually want to open it.
I thought you had a goatee last time I saw a picture of you. Okay, did everybody see my short I made yesterday? Is there anybody that missed my short yesterday? Anybody in the chat missed the short? I was so far in the ghetto hood yesterday that there was a Piggly Wiggly. On the reader board sign of Piggly Wiggly, it says frog legs, crawfish, and goat.
You lost me at goat. I'm in until goat.
I have never seen a sign that says goat on the reader board. Goat.
Kind of
frog
blurry.
legs, crawfish, and goat. Goat. And then I think I might have been on the phone with Harlan, or I called Jennifer, Harlan, and Joni. Jennifer and Harlan, to their thing, were like, ooh, they're surprised. Joni goes on a 20-minute diatribe about all the people around the world to eat goat and what things goat's in, and I'm like,
The answer is just no.
Goat is actually pretty good.
Okay. I'm out.
Trina, do you
What
think
part of goat? What do you eat of the goat?
I don't know, but Trina, you think too much like Joni because she said that you're being banned. I don't need two negativities in my life.
Same as all the same parts of the cow.
I'm gonna say no. It's a no from me. Nope. Y'all can have all the goat.
What about mountain oysters?
You can have those too. That's what I was thinking. They were going to be pulling from the goat. I don't know.
Yep, that's one thing, but it's all the same parts as a cow.
Yeah, Larry, I didn't put Picking in the Ghetto as the title. I should have. Next time, Picking in the Ghetto.
Picking in the ghetto.
I thought that might be too offensive.
You actually considered whether it would be?
No, I just put Where the Hell Am I? That's all I was title. Domesticated deer. Goat.
For anybody wondering why I do real estate,
The Cumbo Motel. Or Cumbao.
yeah, you had it right the first time.
Cumbo.
Yeah,
That looks like your motel.
it is. Now,
Did you buy that?
yep.
Really?
Yep.
You gonna change the name or keep the name?
No wonder you go through so many pairs of gloves and wear masks when you're cleaning up in there.
If the sign still existed, I would keep the name. Sign doesn't
Oh, I
exist
would.
anymore.
Oh, I would too. That time would. It'd be worth a fortune
Change
if it
it
still
to
worked.
the Come and Go Motel.
So is there any rumor, truth to that rumor? I heard that they're going to change the name of that gas station from the Come and Go.
They shouldn't. It would bring them like a lot of.
So is anybody out there in the Midwest? I heard that some by the summer of this year, in the year of our Lord 2024, that the Come and Go gas station was going to be changed to something else. And the video, the thing I was watching was
free TV in every room. Holy cow!
And a Pulsar Rhythm mattress.
Ooh, hey!
Where you put the quarters in it?
Oh yeah, is that still there?
I wish. Like I said, I would keep the name if this was still, if the sign was still there.
Oh, that's the old sign.
Yeah, this is actually a post. This is a postcard of the building, and yeah, it's a postcard.
You bought that really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So what are you going to use it as? A hotel?
Short-term stay. Monthly rental.
Airbnb.
I've got it about halfway renovated and use it mostly for travel nurses. Furnished.
Okay, very nice.
That'd be a great video, Jacob. Probably go viral. That if you put that in the front of it, and then like Sparkle says, hit it with a black light. Even if you don't find nothing, it'd be like, because remember what was old Geraldo's biggest TV draw when he opened Al Capone's vaults and didn't find nothing. You could be like Al, even if you don't find nothing, you could be as famous as Geraldo opening Al Capone's vaults.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Sadie, I wish I had that sign. I am considering having it recreated, but it would cost a lot of money. So this is just a postcard, but the building is mine. The sign on top was originally on Main Street, about 200 feet away.
Hey, at least I was smart enough to recognize that was your building, though, right?
Yeah.
I put two together pretty quick.
Was that still in business when you bought it? It shut down?
It was empty for 20 years, and for 10 years before that, it was efficiency apartments.
A brothel?
How bad was it on the inside? You have to just pretty much just gut it.
Oh, we got completely. It was paneling.
Paneling, yeah.
Yeah. Paneling in this awful, I don't know, felt ceiling tile or something like that. Like this 12-inch squares.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible.
Did you just sheetrock everything?
That's what we're doing, yeah.
Gotcha.
Too bad your brother's not a contractor. He couldn't do a lot of that work for you.
That would have been really nice.
Yeah, that would have been the best combination ever.
Well, unless anybody else has got anything exciting, I'm calling this a night.
If you want to see it, if you want to see some of the renovations, type this on TikTok.
Supply Hut.
Supply Hut, 5% off.
No, right here. Right here.
www.
Jake does real estate.
You have to put the dots in there.
What are we looking at?
Come and Go Hotel.
Jake does real.
But you got to put the dots in between it.
Oh, yeah. We still got the heart-shaped tubs.
Oh, no.
Brown chicken, brown cow. Whoop, whoop.
Not brown cow.
Not brown cow.
Well, thanks everybody so much
Brown
for
goat.
make sure don't forget, if you don't hit the thumbs up on the way out, you are guaranteed a negative feedback in the next 24 hours.
Yep.
Protect your account.
And no sell.
It's a no matter what John told you in his video, if you don't hit the thumbs up in this one, it cancels out his guarantee of a sale.
Right. There you go.
Only negatives can happen to your life if you don't hit the thumbs up. Roll Tide.
Take it easy.